Right? Can we rise for the national anthem?
A hi suku yimeni hinkwerhu hi ta kota ku yimbelela risimu ra rixaka.
Thank you very much.
A khensa swinene.
Let's apologize for starting late.
Ta kombela ku va hi khomeriwa ku va hi hlwele ku sungula.
We've been looking at the queues outside, but we realize that those that are inside will be punished
A hi
by
langute
waiting
tilayini
for those that are outside.
leta tirha kona handle hi vona leswaku vanhu lava nga ndzeni va ta va ka va xaniseka.
We will do our level best to also accommodate those that are on the queue.
Hi ta tirha hi matimba ku vona leswaku hi katsela na vona lava nga etilayinini handle.
We will also reward the hour that we started late with.
Hi ta tlhela hi mi ngetelela awara ya n'wina tanihileswi nga sungula hi teke nkarhi.
Before we start, we have amongst us the speaker of the municipality,
Loko hi nga se sungula laha mahlweni ka hina ku na xipikara xa masipala
the speaker, Madam Tina.
manana Tina.
We must give it to her to welcome all of us who are here.
Hi ta va niketa ku va hi amukela hinkwenu hina hi nga laha.
Thank you very much.
Na khensa swinene.
Ndo livhuwa
Na khensa.
u fhiwa tshifhinga hetshi kha mushumo wa ḓuvha ḽa ṋamusi eka mufambisi wa ntirho
Kamchimiza mshumo, to our program director,
our chairperson ya portfolio committee
Kam-
honorable Lozipho,
Kamuzula Chidulo kwa portfolio committee, Muholusebu Nosipo,
to our mayors from all our municipality led by the executive mayor of Vembe District Municipality in Absentia,
Kameyara washu wa Vembe, o kadela masipala yote renga fasi ya Vembe, nangwa obasiyo.
to all our speakers from all our municipality led by our Honorable Speaker, Chairperson of Speakers Forum, Honorable Councillor Frida Nkondo in absentia,
Ka masipala yote na dzi forum dzo rangwa phanḓa nga muṱhonifhi Vho Frida naho vha siho fhano.
to our Chief Whip of our councils from all our municipality led by our Chief Whip of Vembe District Municipality, Honorable Councillor Mihloti Ndou in absentia,
Ka zwimimbi zwoṱhe zwa masipala yo rangwa phanḓa nga maybe tshihulwane Vho Ndou in absentia naho vha siho fhano.
all ESCO members and mayoral members from all our municipality in our district,
Ka miraḓo yoṱhe ya executive na ya mayara naho vhaṅwe vha hone ri sinaho fhano.
all chairperson of MPEC committee fall under our district,
Vhadzula zwidulo vhoṱhe vhane vha nga fhasi ha MP committee kha tshiṱiriki tshashu tsha Vhembe.
all chairpersons of portfolio committees,
Ka vhadzula zwidulo vhoṱhe vha portfolio committee.
chief whip of our council ya Collins Shavani vhane vha vha hone fhano vhukati yashu, Honorable Councillor Baloi Mafemani Eric,
To our chief whip under Collins Shavani municipality, Honorable Chief Whip Baloi Mafemani.
all whippery committee from all our municipality under Vembe District Municipality,
Dzi whippery committee dzoṱhe dzine dza vha hone fhano dzine dza wela nga fhasi ha tshiṱiriki tsha Vhembe.
all political parties zine dza vha hone kha mimasipala yashu yoṱhe miṱanu ya fhano Vhembe,
To our different political parties who are present under the district Vhembe.
National Parliamentary Portfolio Committee on Mineral Resource and Energy led by the chairperson Lozipa,
Ka vhaimeleli vha masipala wa lushaka, ka vhaimeleli vha phalamennde ya lushaka vhane vha vha fhano vho rangwa phanḓa nga muṱhonifhi Vho Nozipa.
all councillors, ward councillors, PR councillors, ward committee members vha re hone fhano,
To our councillors and as well our ward councillors and the committee members who are here.
all forums for our mayor's office kha mimasipala yashu yoṱhe ya fhano Vhembe,
Ka forum dzoṱhe dzine dza khou wela nga fhasi ha Vhembe district kha tshiṱiriki tsha nga fhasi ha tshiṱiriki tsha Vhembe.
dzi SANCO members, dzi civic vha re hone fhano,
SANCO members and the civic who are here.
Vondabezitha mahoshi asu,
Bo our respective, our chiefs and our kings who are here.
Ariluve, we are in Vhembe, chairperson of portfolio.
Can we all go
Ari
down
Lube.
and respect our honorables who are here?
Rolibuwa,
We
program
thank you.
director. Let me take this opportunity and welcome you all in our municipality.
Avari ndi dzhie itshi tshifhinga ndi ṱanganedze vhoṱhe vhathu fhano kha masipala washu.
Now we are in Collins Shavani,
Zwa zwino ri kha masipala wa Collins Chavani.
but I know you visited Vhembe District Municipality, but you nominated Collins Shavani to be the one who will host this bill.
Ndiyo zwiḓivha zori vha tshi khou dalela masipala wa Vhembe vha ḓo dalela masipala wa Collins Chavani sa fhethu hone vho hu khetha.
Ri hafha kha masipala une ri tshi angaredza Vhembe ri vha ri khou amba nga vhathu vha approximately 1.3 million.
We are gathered here at Collins Chavani, which is under Vhembe district, and we estimate people to be at around 1.4 million.
Rika masipala wa Collins Chavani une ri a zwiḓivha roṱhe uri ndi wone masipala muswa u bva 2016 until today.
We are at Collins Chavani municipality, hence we all know that this is a new municipality which was formed back in 2016.
Program Director, let me share with you about Collins Chavani in terms of audit report.
Mushumoni kombela ba kobela hezwi nga masipala une rava khao
Even if we are a new municipality,
na ori masipala muswa
in terms of audit report, we are doing well.
nga mutola mbalelano ri khou shuma zwavhuḓi vhukuma.
U bva zwa zwino ri khou receive the unqualified audit opinion.
Since then, we've been receiving well qualifying audit opinion.
Ndandi shkoriba zwiḓivha uri in terms of AG, we are working very well with AG.
I wanted you guys to know that in terms of AG, we are really doing great.
Ngori ri fanela u vha vhudza uri vha kha masipala wo imaho nga nḓila ḓe.
Hence, we should share that you guys know that in this municipality which we are under it today, we should all be knowing that how are we like doing things in this municipality.
We speak Chivencha here.
We speak Chivencha, which is the combination of Xitsonga and Tshivenda.
And maybe plus or minus 0.8 va vulavula Xipedi.
And minus 0.8 of us can speak Sepedi.
Program Director, lawan ka vembe loko munhu a vhaka swa laveka ku ri a amukeliwa.
Mufambisi wa ntirho, to our program director, when someone visited our municipality, we all have to welcome the person.
And in terms of our culture, loko a amukeliwa swa laveka ku ri a tivisiwa.
In our culture, when we welcome someone, we have to introduce that particular person.
Ri va ri khou xava u swiyelela na dzi criminals.
By doing so, we are afraid to welcome even criminals.
We extend your invitation to all our tribal authorities. Swi vula ku ri lawani ku na vo Ndabezitha, huna mahosi vukati yashu.
Ro andadza thambo yenoni yave ya swika na kha nnḓu dza vhuhosini zwine zwa khou amba uri amongst us we have our royal houses representative, chief and kings.
In our culture, una zwine ra ri tshi amba vo Ndabezitha na mahosi yashu ra ri mifululu.
In our culture, when we call upon our representative, which is our chiefs and kings, we call them with ululation. We can all ululate.
Rina dzi councillors hafha vhukati yashu.
We have our councillors amongst us.
Rina dzi ESCO members hafha vhukati
We have
yashu.
executive members amongst us.
Rina dzi chairpersons as portfolio hafha
We
vhukati
have
yashu.
chairpersons of portfolios amongst us.
Rina dzi chairpersons za MPEC hafha vhukati
We have
yashu.
chairpersons of MPEC amongst us.
Rina dzi pastors forum na dzi forums dzoṱhe dzine ravha nadzo dzine dza wela ofisini ya vho mayara.
We have pastors forum and all forums which are under the mayoral office.
Ri to tenda uri vhone vo program director as the chairperson vha ḓo ri ḓivisela vhueni vhune vha bva naho u bva ngei phalamendeni.
We really appreciate you as a program director to introduce the guests from the National Parliament.
Ndi ri khou vha livhuwa u vha hone fhano Collins Chavani. If a call coming to your phone nga murahu havo nga hafho na nga phanḓa huna hune vha ḓo kona u fhindula kholo dzavho.
We really appreciate your presence here, and if there is a call just behind you guys, there's gonna be a place where you can answer that call. Even here in front, this where you can go and answer such calls.
Feel free in Collins Chavani municipality, you are all welcome.
Kaba bopolowe kha masipala wa Collins Chavani bo ṱanganedzea boṱhe.
Ndo livhuwa program director.
Thank you, program director.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker of the municipality,
Na khensa swinene muchaviseki xipikara xa masipala,
the representatives of the traditional chief,
vuyimeri kusuka ka tihosi ta ndhavuko,
you are welcome.
ma amukeleka.
Thank you for welcoming us,
Na
Speaker.
khensa kwa mi amukerile.
I just gave an example. I said last Saturday, I went to a place called Pongola.
Nyike xikombiso ku mudlivela lowu nga hundza ni endhawini yin'wana yi tivekaka tanihi le Pongola,
Attending a friend's wedding.
ni ka ni ya ka mucato wa munghana wa mina.
I sat from morning until after 12.
Ni tshame kusuka ni mixo ku fika ni ndzhenga.
Only when the man of the cloth was calling the couple to make the vows.
Loko mfundhisi a ka vitana vanhu ku va ta hlambanya,
So when he said, Lindo kuhle, I then understood that I'm in the wrong wedding.
loko a vula vito ra Lindo kuhle swi ni swi twisisa leswaku ni le ka ndhawu yo hoxeka.
Because the person who was getting married was Sipho.
Hikuva munhu loyi a fanele a cata i Sipho vito ra yena.
So we don't want to think that we are in the right municipality only to find out that is a different function.
A hi lavi ku va hi tiva leswaku hi le ka masipala wa kahle kasi a hi wona lowu hi
So
fanele ku va ka wona.
thank you very much.
Na khensa swinene.
We are the Portfolio Committee on Mineral Resources and Energy.
Hi portfolio committee ya swicelwa energy.
On my far right, we have got Honorable Malinga.
Exineneni xa mina le makumu ku na muchaviseki Malinga.
Next to her, we have Honorable Jafta.
Etlhelo ka yena ku na muchaviseki Jafta.
Next to Honorable Jafta, we have Honorable Kyobeka Makeke.
Etlhelo ka vona ku na muchaviseki Coveka Makeke.
Next to me, we have Honorable Volmarans.
Etlhelo ka mina ku na muchaviseki Volmarans.
I'm not sure whether I should introduce the one on my left.
A ni tivi loko ni fanele ni tivisa laha nga eximatsini xa mina.
On my left, we have Honorable Bilankulu.
Eximatsini xa mina ku na muchaviseki Bilankulu.
Now I can see.
Sweswana swi vona.
I am Honorable Luzipo, the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee.
Mina hi mina muchaviseki Nozipho, mutshamaxitulu wa portfolio committee leyiwa.
I know we try our level best.
Na swi tiva leswaku hi ringeta ku tirha hi matimba.
We are here
Hi lani
because the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy
hikuva ndzawulo ya swicelwa na energy
had introduced or proposed a bill to Parliament,
yi bumabumele xinawana epalamende kumbe nawumbisi,
which is a bill that seeks to amend
ku nga nawumbisi lowu lavaka ku cinca
Electricity Regulation Act.
vulawuri bya gezi kumbexana nawu lowu wa vulawuri bya gezi.
The bill has been in the public domain for quite a long time,
Nawumbisi lowuwani i khale wu ri kona eka vaaki nkarhi wo leha swinene.
to an extent that there was confusion that it has arrived in the National Assembly when it had not.
Ku ri na maveve leswaku se wu fikile palamende kasi a wu se fika.
But the bill only came in July to Parliament, July, August to Parliament.
Nawu wu fike palamende hikwalaho ka July na August.
And it came in as what they call a priority bill.
Naswona swi tele leswi tivekaka hi ku i nawumbisi lowu fanele ku langutiwa hi xihatla.
Now, when it is a priority bill, it means we have to do all that it's supposed to be done,
Leswi swi vula leswaku hi fanele hi va hi endla swilo hinkwaswo leswi faneleke swi endliwa.
and we must do it effectively,
Naswona swi endla hi vurhonwana.
but within the stipulated time frame.
Kambe ku ri eka hi languta nkarhi lowu nga vekeriwa wona.
So we know that there would have been hiccups here and there,
A swi tiva leswaku ta ku ri na swin'wana swi nga ta hi kanganyisa laha na lahaya.
and we are attending to those.
Naswona hi le ku swi languteni sweswo.
Under normal circumstances,
Loko swilo swi ka swi famba kahle,
a bill, when it is introduced, we do two things.
loko nawu wu simekiwa hi endla swilo swimbirhi.
we deliberate whether the bill must go for what we call public hearings, or it is a bill that can be summarized and be dealt with in the National Assembly.
Ha languta ku nawu luwani nga wu ya wu yisa ka vaaki ku ya njhekanjhekisaniwa hi wona kumbe xana hina tanihi palamende kumbe komiti liya hi languta nawu walowo.
If there is an agreement that we must do public hearings, we do then what we request for written submissions.
Loko ku ri ku va ku pfumeleriwa leswaku hi famba hi ya ka vaaki hi endla leswaku va ku tsariwa kunene ehansi
And then we subsequently then start the process of public hearings.
ivi hi sungula mitshamo leyi ya vaaki.
That is what is normally the practice.
Hi leswi hi tirhisaka swona sweswo
But that's not what the rules only prescribe.
kambe leswi hi leswi nawu wu vulaka swona.
So as a committee of the National Assembly, when this bill was brought to us,
Loko nawu luwa nombisi luwa wu tisiwa ka hina tanihi komiti ya palamende
because already there were too much inquiries about it, even when we have not seen it,
hikuva ku ri na swivutiso swo hlaya leswi ri kona hambiloko hi nga se wu vona.
we then said, before we can do anything, let's first conduct what is required in terms of the constitutional requirements, as well as the guidelines or the rules of the National Assembly.
Loko hi nga se sungula ku languta ka nawu luwa hi languta leswaku hi swihi swipimelo leswi lavekaka swa palamende xikan'we na nawu wa tiko ra Afrika-Dzonga.
Because the presiding officers, which is those and the programming committee, said, give us a program that will prioritize this bill.
Lava langutaka ngopfu ka nawu luwa va hi byele leswaku hi nyiki nongonoko lowu hi nga ta wu languta loko hi langute ka nawumbisi luwani.
So by guidance, we agreed that we will first start the process of asking for written submissions.
Hi ndlela yaleyo hi twanana leswaku hi ta pfumelela leswaku vanhu va tsala kunene ku va hi vulavula hi nawumbisi luwani.
That process of written submission is still underway. It has not been closed.
Naswona swi se pfariwa ku fika leswiwani swa ha endliwa tano.
Two, we said we must conduct public hearings
Xa mbirhi hi vone leswaku hi fanele hi va hi ri na mitshamo na vaaki
and hear the views of what people say.
na ku va hi twa mavonelo ya n'wina tanihi vaaki.
Then we also had to refer the bill at the same time to the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leadership.
Naswona hi fanele hi tlhela hi teka nawumbisi luwa hi wu yisela ka varhangeri va National House of Traditional Khoisan.
So we know that we are dealing with a very sensitive but also very emotive matter, which is electricity.
Ha swi tiva leswaku hi langutana na mhaka yin'wana ya nkoka swinene leyi nga mhaka ya gezi.
And we hope with the introduction and your wisdom, we will be able to mitigate against those challenges through amendments if it's so agreed.
Naswona hi tshemba leswaku ku nghenelela ka n'wina hi ta kota ku va hi languta mhaka ya ku cinca loku nga kona loko swi pfumeleleka.
And that is why then we have decided, and you are correct, Speaker, with this is our first leg of this program of public hearings.
Leyiwani i ntshamo wo sungula ka mitshamo leyi hi nga ta va na yona na vaaki.
We have requested that we be allowed at least to conduct these public hearings in 4 districts per province.
Hi kombele leswaku hi va hi ri na mitshamo na vaaki ka switiriki swa 4 swa xifundza xa Limpopo.
So all provinces, we have 4 public hearings per district, per province.
Eka swifundza hinkwaswo leswi nga kona xifundza xin'wana na xin'wana xi ta xi ri na mitshamo ya 4 na vaaki.
Except Mpumalanga,
Handle ka le Mpumalanga
I was not aware. Now I'm aware that Mpumalanga has got 3 districts.
hi kona swi tiva leswaku eMpumalanga ku na switiriki ntsena swinharhu.
So we are here is for our first public hearing,
I ntshamo wa hina wo sungula lowuwani na vaaki.
and we hope to get your contributions.
Naswona hi tshemba leswaku mi ta hoxa xandla.
Just few of the things that the bill seeks to do.
Swilo swintsongo leswi nawumbisi wu lavaka ku swi lulamisa.
In fact, I must say, when we are done, it is only at that stage that as a portfolio committee, we will take into consideration all the issues that have been raised.
Endzhaku ka swona hi ku hi nga ta tekela enhlokweni leswi mi nga ta vulavula hi swona n'wina.
So it is important that your views must be also heard.
Kutani swa nkoka leswaku hi twa mavonelo ya n'wina.
We are not here to have a discussion. You say what you feel
Aye.
should be done.
A hi telangi ku ta tlhuvutsa nawulo na n'wina hi lava ku twa mavonelo ya n'wina ku i yini leswi hi faneleke hi swi endla.
And the next person will also say what he or she thinks has to be done.
Ni loyi a landzelaka u ta hlamusela leswaku u lava ku endliwa yini eka nawumbisi lowu.
In summary, it's not a long bill, but it has got far-reaching implications.
Kutani hi ku katsakanya nawumbisi lowu a wu lehangi kambe wu ni tinhla ta nkoka swinene.
Usually some of the bills, even amendments, they have got a lot in them.
Hi ntolovelo minawumbisi kumbe mindzulamiso yi va yi ri ni swilo swo tala.
One of the things that the bill seeks to do is to ensure that there is proper implementation of the integrated resource plan.
Kutani xin'wana xa leswi nawumbisi lowu wu swi tlhuvutsaka ku fanele ku va na plan liya matirhiselo ya yona.
In essence, it looks at other alternative sources as additional to the main sources of electricity generation and transmission.
Kutani ngopfungopfu yi lava ko eka electricity generation ku va na tindlela to hlayanyana ta ku endla gezi.
So it means you look at all sources of energy.
Kutani hi ta langutisa lava endlaka gezi hinkwavo hi ku angarhela.
Also, it seeks to talk to the issue of additional electricity.
Yi ta tlhela yi vulavula ngopfu hi ku engeteriwa ka gezi.
It looks at the question of electricity, new generation capacity as well as electricity infrastructure.
Kutani yi ta vulavula hi switirhisiwankulu swa gezi na tindlela ta ku endla gezi.
It looks at the establishment of a transmission systems operator, which is a state-owned company.
Kutani yi ta langutisa na ku simekiwa ka transmission system operator ku nga yona kumbe khampani leyikulu leyi endlaka gezi.
According to our today's experience,
Kutani hi ku ya hi leswi hi swi tokotaka namuntlha,
what the department is saying is that it looks at what the Department of Public Enterprises proposed, what is called the Roadmap 2019, which is how to turn around our electricity or our energy system, especially on electricity.
kutani ndzawulo ya swa gezi leswi yi nga swi endla yi ta na kungu leri ha rona yi nga ta kota ku hi nyika.
Those, what today,
Kutani-
what are those other measures in terms of the law that could be used to mitigate against load shedding?
Kutani va lava ku kumisisa tindlela tin'wana leti ha tona hi nga kumaka gezi leri engetelekeke ku va hi kota ku lwisana na xiphiqo lexi hi nga na xona sweswi lexi vuriwaka load shedding.
So whilst we may not get into all those, including, for an example, looking at the powers that must be given to the electricity regulator, which is NERSA.
Kutani swin'wana leswi hi nga ta swi langutisa hi nga ta ka hi nga dziki ngopfu eka swona i matimba lama nga ta nyikiwa khampani yo fana na NERSA ku nga yona leyi hi phamelaka gezi.
So that ESCOM roadmap has got its own proposals. Like I said, the roadmap 2019 of ESCOM, amongst other things, is an independent transmission company.
Kutani plan leyi nga vulavula hi yo ya ESCOM 2019 roadmap yi na swo tala kambe xin'wana lexi yi lavaka ku vulavula hi xona i mhaka yona leyi ya ku va na lava nga ta hi endlela gezi.
Any views is welcomed because we are seeking to also get guidance as we move forward with this process.
Mavonelo hinkwawo ma amukeleka hikuva eka mavonelo lama hi lava ku kuma nkongomiso eka n'wina lowu nga ta hi pfuna hi tlhantlha xiphiqo lexi.
Only when we are done with the public hearings, we will be able to take into consideration, one, what would have come out of the public hearings,
kutani endzhaku ka loko hi ve ni mitshamo hinkwayo leyi hi vulavulaka ha yona hi ta tshama ehansi hi lava ku langutisa ku hi swihi swibumabumelo leswi humeke ka mitshamo yaleyo.
two, what would have come out of the written submissions.
Ni leswaku lava nga ta ka va nga koti ku vulavula mavonelo ya vona va hlawula ku matsala kunene swibumabumelo hi ta langutisa leswaku hi swihi swibumabumelo leswi va hi nyikeke swona.
Even when we have received the written submission, we will still check whether are there those who want to speak on what they would have written as the
Kutani hambiloko van'wana va n'wina mi nga ta ka mi nga ta tsala kunene swibumabumelo swa n'wina kambe hi ta tsakela ku tlhela hi vutisa ku mi nge swi tsakeli ku vulavula mi boxa swibumabumelo sweswo hi nomu.
It's called self-load shedding.
Xikurisa marito lexi a xi ri ka load shedding.
So we are here, when those oral submissions are made, we will also take into consideration what will come out of the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leadership.
Kutani endzhaku ka loko mi vule matitwelo ya n'wina hi ta tlhela hi kambisisa na leswi hi nga ta swi kuma eka yindlo liya ya varhangeri va swa ndhavuko.
I must say though, in terms of the rules, the bill, I won't bother you about this thing, it's called a bill that is not required to be sent to the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leadership.
Kutani hi ku ya hi ntolovelo nawumbisi lowu a swi bohi ku va wu yisiwa eka yindlo ya varhangeri va ndhavuko.
But because we know those are people that that are the ones that are responsible for leading many of the communities which are affected by issues of energy, in particular on electricity, we referred it in any way.
Kutani ya swi xiya leswaku yindlo leyi yi yimelaka varhangeri va ndhavuko na tihosi ta makhoisani va ni vutihlamuleri hikuva swiphiqo leswi vaakatiko va rilaka hi swona va tshama ematikweni kumbe etindhawini ta vona kutani hi ta boheka ku va yisela nawumbisi lowu na vona va ya wu langutisa.
So we are happy when the representative of traditional leaders are also present in this meeting.
Kutani ha tsaka loko vayimeri va yindlo yaleyo ya varhangeri va ndhavuko va ri kona na kwala ka mitshamo leyi.
The last point I must say is that we are not going to close. Even after we are done here, you will still be allowed to say, my thinking now, having been there, I want to make this contribution. You will still be allowed to send it to us.
Kutani hambiloko nkarhi wa ku rhumeriwa ka swibumabumelo se wu fikile a hi nge mi siveli ku loko mi ehleketa swin'wana leswi mi tsakelaka ku swi katsiwa eka swibumabumelo sweswo swi rhumeriwa.
So as I said, what we are handling today is what we would call, under normal circumstances, it's a matter of national interest in the true sense of the word.
Kutani mhaka leyi ya nawumbisi lowu hi nga le ku wu tlhuvutseni entiyisweni hi wu teka ku ri mhaka leyi vaakatiko va vilelaka hi yona swinene.
I said even in churches, when we go to church, no one would say, even the reverend can't say, is not affected when it comes to the crisis of electricity.
Kutani mhaka ya gezi mativa hambiloko hi ngo ya etikerekeni ku hava laha nga vulaka leswaku ekerekeni mhaka leyi ya ku timatimiwa ka gezi a yi hi vilerisi.
No school, no hospital, no teacher, no doctor would say is not being affected.
Ku hava xikolo kumbe xibedhlele kumbe mathicara laha nga vulaka leswaku mhaka leyi ya gezi a yi ni khumbi helo mina.
So we are going to be as open as possible to get as many opinions as possible.
Kutani hi ta pfulela hinkwenu ku va mi vula mavonelo ya n'wina mayelana na mhaka leyi.
So we will appeal that we use an opportunity like this very fruitfully, even represent those whom we could not be able to attend in a fashion of this nature.
Kutani hi kombela leswaku ntshamo lowu mi wu tirhisa hi xitalo ku vula mavonelo ya n'wina, mi nga katsa ni mavonelo ya van'wana lava tsandzekeke ku va eka ntshamo wo fana na lowu.
We are going to take hands, and each person, when is pointed, will come to the seats in the middle.
Kutani mi
You will
ta
keep your number.
kutani loko mi tsakela ku vulavula mi ta tlakusa mavoko, hi ta mi komba hi ndlela yaleyo, kutani mi ta ta la exikarhi mi tshama, tsundzukani nomboro ya n'wina leyi mi nyikiweke
My
yona.
common experience then is simple, is that you speak on a language of your own choice. We will try and find interpreters.
Kutani hi ntolovelo mi ta vulavula hi ririmi ra manana, mi nga vileli hi mhaka ya Xinghezi hikuva vatoloki va hina va ta wu endla ntirho wolowo.
If you are not clear, we will still allow you to express what you are not clear about, and then we will take it and say how we're going to assist you.
Kutani loko hi nga swi kumbe u nga swi twisisi hi ta ku nyika nkarhi wa ku ti hlamusela kahle hi kala, kumbe loko hi nga ku twisisi hi ta ku nyika nkarhi u ti hlamusela lero ve ku heteleleni hi kota ku twisisa.
Please, let's keep on the time that will be given by the chairperson of that session.
Mutshamaxitulu wa xiyenge xexo u ta nyika un'wana ni un'wana nkarhi, kutani a hi wu hlayiseni kumbe a hi wu xiximeni nkarhi lowu hi nyikiweke wona.
And as I said, you will give us your name, you can tell us where you come from, and then you will make your own comments.
Kutani u ta rhanga u ti tivisa leswaku hi wena mani, u huma ka muganga wihi, ivi endzhaku u ta hlamusela xivilelo xa wena.
So I will give Honorable Volmarans to carry this session.
Kutani ndzi ta rhula nkulukumba Volmarans leswaku xiyenge lexi landzelaka ku va yena la rhangelaka.
Thank you, Chairperson Luzipo. And I would, without further ado, get into the business of the day.
Inkomo nkulukumba Luzipo, ntanamba ni nghena emhakeni.
It has already been said that hands would be raised. We would have a number equivalent to the chairs. And by doing so, I'm requesting that we raise our hands so that you can be noted for you to participate.
Kutani la se ku vuriweka swi vuriweka hakona ku ta tlakusiwa mavoko hi ta mi komba nhlayo ya kona ya lava va nga ta ringana switulu leswi.
Two hands from this side, and they would take that order, number one, number two.
Kutani lava mbirhi va nga kwala ku ta va number 1, number 2 laha xitulweni.
Number three, the lady.
Mhani laha ku ta va number 3,
4, 5,
4, 5,
6. The red beret.
n'wina mi nga mbala xihuku xo tshuka.
I think I'm not obstructed by anything. For now, I only recognize the names, the hands that have been shown.
Kutani swa sweswi ndzi vite ntsena lava tlakuseke mavoko.
Through experience, we have also realized that as people speak, other guys get joked up, and then they want to check, but check a scheme hore se vaya ya.
Kutani hi ntolovelo ya swi tiva van'wani va ta rhanga va tshama, kambe loko va twa van'wani va vulavula swi ta fana ni loko va ngheniwa hi moya.
The
Kutani na
lady and
vona
the
va ta lava
gentle-
ku vulavula.
Oh, the two ladies, the lady and the lady, then they will be completing our first round.
Kutani mavoko lama mbirhi hi ta va hi vona vo hetelela, hi ta va hi tate switulo swa hina hi ndlela yaleyo.
As been said before, you are allowed to use your own language. The interpreters are here. Don't be intimidated by us here because we want to listen to yourselves. And it will be nice if we don't respond to who said what and just state your perspective, seeing, so that when we go to the other areas, we must have heard what you are saying.
Kutani la se swi hlamuseriweka hakona mingavilele ku vulavula Xinghezi, mi nga tiphofula hi ririmi ra n'wina ku na vatoloki lava nga ta hi pfuna, kasi xin'wana a swi bohi mi tatisa tinhla leti vuriweke hi van'wana, vulani leti khumbaka n'wina leswaku loko se hi suka endhawini leyi hi suka hi ri ni tinhla leti mi ti hlamuseleke.
And then in that order we are going to proceed. What is very, very important is also that as you make your presentation, either at the beginning or in between or at the end, you are allowed. In fact, that is what we prefer, to say whether you support the amendments or you disregard them or you don't want them, but either support or not support, help us when we go to our other deliberations.
Kutani lexi hi tsakelaka ku mi tsundzuxa xona eka mavonelo hinkwawo lawa mi nga ta wa vula, swi nga ha endleka mi swi vule ku sunguleni kumbe emakumu, kambe hi nga tsakela ku twa leswaku xana nawumbisi lowu mindzulamiso leyi endliwaka ka wona ma yi seketela kumbe a mi yi seketeli. Sweswo
The
swi ta hi
table
pfuna.
here is not canvassing for the support. Neither is it canvassing for not support. We just want to hear you out. We will get our round of support, not supporting, because we are from different perspectives as well.
Kutani vayimeri laha emahlweni a va telangi ku ta mi gangisa ku va mi sapota nawumbisi lowu kumbe mi nga wu sapoti, hikuva na vona va ta va na nkarhi lowu va nga ta tshama ehansi va tlhuvutsa mhaka ya leswaku va wu sapota kumbe va wu sapoti, hikuva va yimela mavandla yo hambanahambana ya tipolitiki.
Nda.
Hello.
Nda.
Hello.
Baulisi nendi Saddam Jeffrey wa Masutha.
What am I?
Ndi Saddam Jeffrey wa Masutha.
Saddam Jeffrey Masuta.
Ndi kothoma ngo utikedza bill hii.
I'm in full support of the bill.
Ndi muraḓo wa Community Safety Forum pano kha Limpopo.
I'm the member of Community Safety Forum in Limpopo.
Nda dovha nda vha muraḓo wa ANC na SACP khathihi na Sanku.
I'm again a member of ANC and SACP and Sanko.
Ndi khou pfa ndi khou i sapota ngauri hei bill I khou ri sumbedza vhuvha hashu ma Afrika.
I'm in a full support of the bill because the bill is revealing who we are as Africans.
And bill hei noni I khou ri sumbedza uri arali ya vha hone khaedu ya muḓagasi kha vhoriṋe I nga kona u fhela.
And this bill again is telling us that if we are going to work together, the problem we face of electricity can be an issue of the past.
Ngori rine pano vo Volmarans na vhaṅwe hanefho.
As we are, Mr. Volmarans and others who are here,
Rina zwiko zwinzhi zwene fano vhuponi hashu ha Afrika rava nazwo.
we have so many sources which are located in our area, which is Africa.
Hanefhano vhuponi hashu ha Vhembe ri a kona u ḓibveledzela muḓagasi nga riṋe vhaṋe arali hei bill ya kona u tendeliwa.
In our area at Wembe, we can generate our own electricity if the bill got passed.
Nṋe ndi khou pfa ndi khou tendelana nayo uri hei bill kha I tshimbile ngo to rali zwe vho Gwedemantashe vhaṅwe vha veta zwone hafha ndori ndi tshi zwi tsheka nda wana uri zwi a tenda uri ri phasise tshoṱhe I bill uri iye phanḓa muḓagasi rine u si tsha ri ṱutshela ri tea u kona u tou dzhenereitha muḓagasi kha vhoriṋe.
I'm in full support of the bill because I saw what Honorable Gwedemantashe drafted, and if we to follow the rest of that, the issue of us having a problem with electricity can be the thing of the past. So I thank you.
Ya ndi pfa ndi tshi livhuwa sa mu Afrika. Nda.
I thank you as an African.
Ni khensile mfambisi wa ntirho
Thank you,
Vito ra
Program
mina
Director.
I Dunan Baloi,
My name is Tulan Baloi.
ne suka atikweni leri vitanaku I Jim Jones, ka Ward 20.
I'm from Jim Jones in Ward 20.
And mon kombisa ku ri khesile ku va mi fikile haleni ku va mi ta twa ku ri tanihi vaakatiko hi swi vonisa ku yini swa this bill.
I just want to thank you for coming here and hear what we see.
Hambiloko leswi loko mi gonyisa gezi mi nga ti mi ta hi hlamusela ku goji se ra gonya.
Even though when you increase the prices of electricity, don't come and inform us.
Yeah, we want to make it clear that as people on the ground, we are suffering from the load shedding every day, and we reject the attempt of this bill, and as we do so, for the following reasons.
Lava ku ta swi veka kahle rivaleni leswaku hi na swiphiqo swinene ka mayelana na mhaka ya gezi naswona hi alana na nawumbisi lowuwani.
Our understanding is that this bill is talking about privatization of the new generation of electricity.
Swiphiqo leswi hi nga na swona I ku nawumbisi lowuwani wu vulavula hi mhaka ya swiphiqo leswi nga kona swa gezi.
We do not understand how the National Treasurer and the Parliament can agree to this bill that give ESCOM additional funding with condition that says money cannot be used for building additional generation capacity.
Hi va hi nga swi twisisi leswaku palamende xikan'we na nkwama wa tiko va twanana njhani ku va ku endliwa generation capacity yin'wanyana.
This is the privatization of the national strategic competency, and the bill seeks to leave in the hands of people who the interest is the profit only.
Nawumbisi lowu wu langute ngopfu ka vanhu lava nga ta va ka va endla gezi va vuyeriwa ntsena.
Number two, we reject the proposed bill because it seems to privatize ESCOM in a manner that there will be few people who benefit from the infrastructure that build the taxpayers' money.
Naswona xa vumbirhi lexi nga kona I ku va nhlangano wa ESCOM wu va wu ta tekiwa vulawuri ka wona naswona mali ya tiko yi va yi kha yi tirhisiwa ka swiyenge leswiya.
Yet they only came in the last minute to begin to enjoy the benefit while the rest of us are subjected to the electricity blackout on a daily basis.
Va ta kota ku va va tiphina kahle vona kasi hina vanhu vo tala hi va hi ri na swiphiqo swa ku kayivela ka gezi.
It is our view that the companies that are being established to separate the strategic asset from billion of ESCOM debt to make privatization possible.
Naswona khampani leyi nga kona leyi nga simekiwa yi va yi kha yi tisa ntshikelelo ka tikhampani leti nga kona ti hi nyika gezi eku sunguleni.
We reject the electricity bill which should be called electricity privatization bill because the bill is only addressing the issue of privatization generation electricity, but its silence on the cost of electricity to the million of South African people and its workers.
Hi bakanyela tlhelo nawumbisi lowu hikuva nawumbisi lowu a wu vulavuli nchumu mayelana na tihakelo ta gezi loko hi langute vaakatiko va mamiliyoni va South Africa.
We are choosing to sit in the dark, sometimes even when there is no electricity blackout, but because we cannot afford the electricity.
Nkarhi wun'wani ho tshama xinyamini ku nga ri na gezi hikuva ha tsandzeka ku va fikelela mixavo leyi ya gezi.
The bill has failed to appreciate the basics of South African energy crisis.
Nawumbisi lowu tsandzekile ku va wu fikelela swilaveko swa ntlhontlho leyi nga kona ya gezi le atikweni.
Primary reason we have electricity blackout in the simple fact that we did not build a new generation on time.
Swilo swi nga kona I ku a ku endliwanga michini yin'wana yo kota ku va yi endlela gezi hi nkarhi.
The workmanship was pure thieves and corruption. This is today, we don't have Kusile Mudupi working properly.
Mhaka ya mitirho leyi taleleke hi vukungundzwana na vukanganyisi swi endle leswaku swo endla gezi swo fana na Mudupi na Kusile swi nga tirhi hi ndlela yona.
Hi ku komisa mfambisi wa ntirho I ku this bill a hi mina and ta submita pfapfarhuto ni nga na wona lawani va na wona kwaleyo.
In short, that's what we are going to express, and then we are not supporting the bill, and then I will table the motion in return.
Yes.
We we just want to indicate as well that we have support staff from Parliament for the committee. Now, a number of the people who might have written something whilst they are speaking and want to leave what they have written with us for proper capturing, they are allowed. Actually, we encourage that so that whatever that you have said is not lost between the conversation. So the table is there for your submissions as well after you have spoken. Thank you.
Na tafula lo dzudzanyiwa kha vhane vha khou pfesesa uri vha ḓo tou kona ngo tou ṅwala u itela uri vha kone u vhea mavhonele avho zwi tshi ya nga mulayo tibe une u ṱafulani ṋamusi. Zwezwo zwi ḓo ita uri roṱhe ri kone u vha ri khou wana tshikhala tsho nga bvisela khagala zwine ra khou ḓipfisa zwone, so vha songo pfha vha tshi ofha u isa mavhonele avho ṱafulani zwo ṱanganedzea.
We have also deliberately not specified much of the time because we are in your hands. We'll check how it goes in the next round, but so far you are doing well with time. I don't want to interfere with that.
Rongo bvisela khagala tshifhinga tshine muthu a tea u tshi fhedza musi o ima hafha phanḓa, fhedzi u swika zwino ri khou fushea nga nḓila ine vhathu vha khou ṱhonifha ngayo tshifhinga, a ri khou nyanga u dzhenelela, fhedzi a ri ise phanḓa nga u tou ralo.
Okay. Ndo livhuwa muṱhomphehi Vol Marantz.
I thank you, the Honorable Von Marantz.
Dzina langa ndi Dokotela Lillian Managa.
My name is Dr. Lillian Managa.
Ndi bva Thulamela kha Ward 23.
I'm from Thulamela, under Ward 23.
Kha vha ntendele chairperson ya committee Vho Nozipho.
Please allow me, the chairperson of the committee, Mr. Nozipo.
Ndi livhuwe tshifhinga hetshi tshe vha ḓidina vha takuwa u bva ngei phalamennde u ḓa u ri thetshelesa.
And thank the time which you've bothered yourself by leaving the parliament and come here and listen to our opinions.
Nṋe ndo ima ndi tshi khou hanedzana kana ndi tshi khou rejecta bill heyi.
I'm standing here in rejection of the bill.
I like the fact that the Honorable Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee, Nozipho,
Ndi khou takalela mafhungo a uri murangaphanḓa wa committee, Mr. Nozipo,
did indicate earlier that
vho lingedza u sumbedzisa murahu hafhaḽa zwa uri
the bill is having some high caps.
mulayotibe hoyunoni una zwiṅwe zwine a zwi khou tou vha no pfukisea khazwo.
Indeed, it has high caps, Honorable Chairperson.
Nga ngoho huna zwine a zwi khou tshimbila zwavhuḓi nga kha mulayotibe hoyo mudzulatshidulo.
I'm from the Economic Freedom Fighters Organization.
Ndi bva kha dzangano la Economic Freedom Fighter.
Our understanding is that, Honorable Chair,
Kupfesesele kwashu ndi kwa uri mudzulatshidulo,
this bill is talking about the privatization of a new generation of electricity.
mulayotibe hoyunoni zwe wa sedzisa khazwo ndi zwa u dzhia mabindu ane a vha muvhuso ayo vha zwanḓani zwa vhathu zwavho vhane vha ḓo vha vha khou bveledza muḓagasi wa shango.
We do not understand how the National Treasury and the Parliament can agree
A ri zwi pfesesi uri ndi ngani muhasho wa gwama wa lushaka na palamende vha tshi nga tendela mulayotibe hoyu
to a bill that gives Eskom additional funding with a condition that says the money cannot be used for building additional generation capacity.
A ri zwi pfesesi uri ndi ngani vha tshi nga tendela Eskom u ifha maanḓa a uri tshelede ine ya itiwa nga Eskom a i ngo tea uri i shume kha u khwinifhadza themamveledziso yo isa phanḓa na u bveledza muḓagasi.
Honorable Chairperson,
Muṱhonifhi mudzulatshidulo,
this is the privatization of a national strategic competence, and the bill seeks to leave it in the hands of people whose only interest is nothing else but profit above all.
hoyu mulayotibe a huna zwiṅwe zwe wa sedzisa khazwo nga nnḓani ha u dzhia mabindu a muvhuso a vha zwanḓani zwa vhathu vhene muhumbulo wavho muhulwanesa ndi wa u bveledza mbuyelo dzine dza ḓo vha sa khou vhuyedza shango fhedzi dzi khou vhuyedza vhone vhaṋe.
As the economic freedom fighter, we reject the proposed bill because it seeks to privatize ESCOM in a manner that there will be few who will benefit from the infrastructure that was built by taxpayers' money, our monies.
Sa economic freedom fighters roima pano ri khou hanedzana na mulayotibe hounoni nga uri zwine wo sedzesa khazwo ndi zwa u vhuyedza vhathu vho imaho nga uri hanefho hu hune ha khou ḓo vha khou shumisiwa tshelede ya vhatheli ine ya vha tshelede yashu.
It is our view that these companies that are being established serve to separate strategic assets from billions of ESCOM's debt to make privatization possible.
Nga kuvhonele kwashu ndi kwa uri dzi khamphani dzoṱhe dzine dza khou sikiwa ṋamusi dzi khou sikelwa uri dzi khou ḓo vha dzone dzine dza bveledza muḓagasi shangoni ḽashu. Muhumbulo muhulwane wadzo ndi wa u dzhia zwoṱhe zwe ESCOM ya zwi kuvhangana zwi tshi khou ya u vhuyedza vhone vhaṋe sa dzi khamphani dzo imaho nga uri.
Honorable Chair of the session, we reject the bill regulation which should be called the Electricity Privatization Bill.
Ri khou hanedzana na mulayotibe wo vhewaho ṱafulani sa zwezwo ro vha ri tshi nga takala kana ri khou vhona uri mulayotibe hounoni u khou tea u tou vhidzwa upfhi ndi mulayotibe une wa khou dzhia mabindu a muvhuso wa vhea zwanḓani zwa vhathu phepho hu si muvhuso.
Why are we saying so, Honorable Chair? It's because the bill is only addressing the issue of privatization of generation of electricity, but it is silent on the cost of electricity that millions of workers cannot afford.
Ndi ngani ri khou rali mudzulatshidulo ndi zwa uri mulayo wo sedzesa mulayotibe hounoni we ra dzula ngawo ṋamusi wo sedzesa khazwo uri hu khou tea uri hu vhe na vhanzhi vhane vha khou bveledza muḓagasi fhedzi wa hangwa nga vhuleme vhune vhadzulapo zwavho vha khou ṱangana naho ha mitengo ya muḓagasi ine naho hu na havho vhane vha pfha uri vha khou shuma vha vuwa vha tshi ya mushumoni nga ḓuvha nga ḓuvha vha khou balelwa u swikelela mitengo ya muḓagasi ngori i nṱha vhukuma.
We are rejecting the bill because it has failed to appreciate the basis of South Africa's energy crisis.
Ri khou hanedzana na mulayotibe nga nṱhani uri wo ri laṱedza ngauri a u ngo kona u kuvhatedza zwine rine ra vha zwone na zwine ra khou ṱangana nazwo nga ḓuvha kha ḓuvha nga ḓuvha.
The primary reason we have electricity blackouts is a simple fact, Honorable Chairperson.
Tshiitisi tshihulwane tsho ri vhe na u dzimiwa ha muḓagasi nga u sielisana ndi tshi tevhelaho mudzulatshidulo.
We did not build new generation on time.
A rongo fhaṱa hune ha ḓo bveledziwa muḓagasi nga tshifhinga.
And when we started,
musi ri tshi khou thoma
the workmanship was pure thievery and corruption.
Muhumbulo muhulwane ho vha hu si u vhuyedza vhathu fhedzi ho vha ho ḓisendeka kha vhuvhava na tshanḓanguvhoni.
That is the reason why today we don't have Kusile and our Midupi working properly.
Ndi ngazwo ṋamusi ri si na dzi power stations zashu dzi ngaho sa Kusile na Midupi dzi sa khou shuma nga nḓila yo teaho.
This was made worse, Honorable Chair, by the deliberate collapse of ESCOM between 2018 and today to allow the IPPs to find expression even when they add no material value to the grip of South African economy.
Hezwi zwo thoma u bva murahu hangei kha ṅwaha wa 2018 u vhuya u swika ṋamusi nge ha dzhiwa maanḓa a hweswa vha IPPC zwe zwa ita uri ṋamusi ri vhe na u fhelelwa nga muḓagasi zwine a huna muthu ene a khou nyaga u dzhia vhuḓifhinduleli nga khazwo.
As the economic freedom fighter, we therefore, Honorable Chairperson,
sa economic freedom fighters ri vhona zwa uri
we stand here to reject the proposed electricity regulation bill and all its misguided established entities.
ro ima hafha ri khou hanedzana na mulayotibe wo vhewaho phanḓa hashu na zwoṱhe zwine zwa khou ḓa naho zwine a zwo ḓisendeka kha u sa fhaṱa fhedzi kha u ri xedza sa lushaka.
I thank you, Honorable Chairperson of the session. I so move.
ndo livhuwa mudzulatshidulo.
Allowed to present your submission.
Vho tendelwa futhi ngori vho tendelwa futhi uri vha nga dovha vha isa makumedzwa avho nga u tou ṅwala kha ṱafula.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, for this opportunity. My name is Meshach Mbangula from Mining Affected Communities United in Action. I work nationally.
Na khensa mutshama xitulu ku nyikiwa nkarhi. Mina Meshach ni yimela nhlangano ni tirha ni ri kwala national.
Yes, from 2010, we engage the government on integrated resource plan, which talks to different energies. It can be solar, wind turbine, and other energies that were there to make sure we have enough energy in South Africa.
Se ikhale hi vulavurisana na mfumo hi tindlela to hambanahambana to endla gezi ku nga ha va hi ku tirhisa minseve ya dyambu ti-turbine ku va hi ta kota ku lwisana na xiphiqo lexi.
But we find ourselves being shocked that is the level, the playground was not level.
Kambe lexi hi twiseke ku vava i ku a ku si andlariwa masungulo lamanene ya mimbulavurisano yaleyo.
The demands of the communities was that solar is a clean energy, wind turbine is a clean energy, and for residential areas, it will work perfectly so.
Ku vilela ka vanhu a ku ri ka leswaku tindlela to endla gezi leti baseke ti nga riki na khombo ka vaakatiko ngopfungopfu laha va tshamaka kona to fana na miseve ya dyambu na ku tirhisiwa ka ti-solar ti-turbine hi swona leswi swi faneleke ku tirhisiwa.
Including the issue of climate change, to say the coal, fossil fuel is a dirty energy, we need to move away from that.
Ni leswaku a hi tshikeni ku tirhisa makala hikuva ma thyakisa mbango kutani hi nga ha swi tirhiseni.
We were shocked when they started building Mudupi and Kusile.
Kambe swi hete matimba swinene hikuva ematshan'wini yo ku va ku tekiwa tindlela leti baseke to endla gezi ku akiwe switichi leswimbirhi Mudupi na leyin'wana leswi tirhisaka makala.
Without considering the clean energy, solar, wind turbine, and other energies that were there, you really to make sure that we have enough energy in South Africa.
Ematshan'wini ya ku tirhisiwa tindlela to endla gezi leri baseke ri nga thyakisiki mbango ku nga gezi ra kusuka eka miseve ya dyambu na ku tirhisa ti-turbine.
Despite that energy of trying to push for all those things, the government did nothing but to make sure they look at the sector that will make them their shareholders in coal and everything and leave solar, because solar really doesn't look profitable, or some sector that you can do a bit of corruption there.
Kutani mfumo kumbe hulumende wu tsutsumele ka tindlela letiya tin'wana hikwalaho ka leswi a va lava ku aka vuxaka na tikhampani teto va ta hambe ta va kuma profit eka tona.
And when the government wants to amend something that will suit them, they easily call about public hearing and so on. We have been trying to engage them to amend the MPR Day law, but as of today, nothing has happened.
Hambileswi hina hi ringeteke ku vulavurisana na hulumende ku va ku antswisiwa nawumbisi lowu a ku endliwangi nchumu, kambe loko hulumende yona yi lava ku endla leswi nga ta vuyerisa yona hi ku hatlisa ku hleriwe mitshamo yo fana na leyi.
You must understand one thing, that is, government works like magic. Everything they touch disappears. We talk of health system, it is collapsing. Education is collapsing. Infrastructure is collapsing, transport have collapsed. Why must we have trust in them to say, in this case, they'll touch it and it won't disappear?
Kutani matimu ma kombisa leswaku xin'wana ni xin'wana lexi hulumende wu xi khumbaka xa nyamalala. Hi la se ku boxiweka ha kona dyondzo, swa rihanyo, na swin'wana. Loko hulumende yi khoma swo nyamalala kutani a ya ha tshembi leswaku ni le mhakeni leyi ya gezi loko mfumo wo tshambuluta voko swi nge nyamalali na sweswi.
You know why they are rushing to amend this is because they've seen some money coming in for them to be rich.
Kutani xivangelo xa leswaku hulumende wu lava ku cinca nawumbisi lowu i ku va ku ni macheleni lama nghenaka kutani va lava ku tifuwisa ha yona mali leyi.
We cannot at any stage accept this bill. I think it would be important. You should not have wasted time. We should have come in here and find out how many of the people reject the bill and raise their hands. Can you raise hands who reject the bill? The majority reject the bill. Thank you.
Kutani entiyisweni mi ti dyela nkarhi wa n'wina a mi fanele mi fika ntsena mi vutisa ku i va mani lava seketelaka nawumbisi lowu a mi ta vona mavoko ya kwa ya ta va ya tele ivi mi namba mi nga wu amukeli. Inkomu.
Thank you.
Dolibuwa.
Mandla. 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 Thank you. My name is Gudani Chikota.
I'm Gudani Chikota.
I serve in the National Legal Department of the Makua Wamua Advisory Office.
Ndiko shuma ka chimiso cha.
I serve in the Legal Department of Makua Wamua Advisory Office.
Oh, I serve ndiko shuma ka chimiso cha mulayo cha Makua Wamua aningi.
I think maybe as I'm saying where I work, I think maybe the chairperson of the portfolio committee is maybe now deciding to respond to our email. Because I think we've sent him several emails requesting one thing.
Ro lingeza uamba na muzula panda wa committee ro balao pezi ndi vona nga ri sa zwino ndo ima pano ni ndo taisa uri ndi vagai vha ḓo vha vha khou rumela email.
Our challenge was only one.
Khaedu ye ra ri khou ṱangana nayo ndi nthihi fhedzi.
You advertise the dates for public hearings on the 16th of September.
Ba ri ḓivhadza nga ḓuvha ḽa dzulo heḽinoni ḽa lushaka nga dzi 16 dza ṅwedzi wa Khubvumedzi.
But the first date of the hearing is the 26th of September.
Fhedzi ḓuvha ḽa u thoma ḽa vhupfiwa ha lushaka ndi dzi 26 dza ṅwedzi wa Khubvumedzi.
So how did you expect people from rural areas, people who do not have, people who are not literate enough to engage the content of this bill themselves without assistance to understand this bill in such a short space of time?
Ba lavhelela uri vhathu vha wanalaho kha vhupo ha mahayani vhukuma vhathu vhane a vha tu ḓikona lwo linganaho uri vha swika hani fhano uri vha kone u bvisela vhupfiwa havho khagala nga mulayotibe une ro dzula ngawo.
Most people, Mutale, we went to Mutale, Paumbeni, most people in these villages don't even know about these public hearings. So who are you here to address if much of the community are not here?
Vhunzhi ha vhathu kha vhupo ha mahayani ho katelwa na Mutale a vha ḓivhi na tshithu nga hezwi zwe ra dzula ngazwo fhano. So nga ralo ri sa hani phanḓa musi vhunzhi ha vhathu vhane vha khou kwamea nga hezwi vha siho fhano.
So the chairperson of the committee must not stand here and say they care about the opinions of the community or the people. Because if they cared, they would have responded to our email when we asked them countlessly, Chairperson, the time in between the advertisement and the first hearing is too small for us to conduct workshops around these poor communities and capacitate people on the contents of this bill.
Mudzulapanda wa portfolio committee musi vha tshi ima afha phanḓa hashu vha tshi ri vha na ndavha na vhupfiwa hashu roṱhe vha ri mangadza uri ndi ngani vha tshi khou amba nga u ralo sa izwi hu na vhathu vhene a vha ngo kona u swikelelea a hu ngo vha na mafulo o nga vha ḓivhadza nga hezwi zwine ra khou dzula ngazwo namusi zwi tshi khou vhangiwa nga vhushayi kana vhusiwana hune vha vha khaho.
So we are saying this is a shame of a process, and it was only done to just tick boxes so that they avoid legalities when we are going to litigate them, because we are going to litigate them to say that this process was not well done. If you look at the recent court judgment in the Traditional and Khoisan Leadership Act, the Constitutional Court clearly said that afforded people must be given enough time to meaningfully participate in the process. But we believe that this was not done, but it is not too late. We are calling, as I'm standing here, I'm calling for this hearing to be postponed.
Ndi pfa zwi tshi shonisa vhukuma u vha ro dzula hafhanoni ro kuvhangana kha dzulo line vhunzhi ha vhathu vhane vha khou kwamea a vha ngo fhiwa tshikhala vha bvisela vhupfiwa havho khagala. Hezwi ri khou zwi pfesesa uri sa muvhuso zwine vha khou ita vha khou tou itela u pfukisa tshipiḓa kana u tori hu na zwe vha ita fhedzi vha khou hangwa nga khaṱulo ye ya vha hone ye ya vha yo livhana na vha muhasho wa nnḓu ya vhuhosini na havhaḽa vha dzi Khoisan fhedzi a ri athu lenga ndo ima sa hezwi ndi khou ita uri ndo ima ndi khou imela uri ri imise dzulo heḽi ḽine ḽa vha khaḽo zwa zwino.
We will not be active participant in this shame of a process. Mandla!
A ri nga ḓo lingedza u dzhia u vha tshipiḓa tsha dzulo heḽi noni ḽi shonisaho nga u tou rali.
Thank you.
Ndo livhuwa.
Nkomo,
Thank you.
vito ra mina ni Stephen Hlungwane,
My name is Stephen Hlungwane.
nisuka eGiyani
I'm from Giyani
ka ward 19.
in Ward 19.
Ni khensile mutshami wa xitulu wa
Thank you,
komiti.
Chairperson of the committee.
Lexi nyikaka ngopfu tingana haleni
What disappoint me here
i ku ni languta nhlayo ya vanhu lava nga la eholweni.
is the number of people inside the hall
Ni languta na siku leri advertisement yi nga huma hi roho.
and the date in which the advertisement was made.
Ni tsundzuka kahle loko ho lava swirilo hi ri la aka mfumo wa hina.
I remember when we have got problems in
What
our
the-
government,
Va ta hi byela leswaku hi fanele hi yima 14 wa masiku ya ku tirha.
they will have to tell us to wait for 14 days, 14 working days,
Mara bona a va hi nyika sweswo.
but they don't do that to us.
Se hi ku ya hi mina na ku ya hi hina va EFF
In my understanding, and as our organization, the EFF,
hi vula ku nawu luwa mbisi luwa a wu pfumeleli.
we reject the bill.
Inkomo.
Thank you.
Ndolibuwa,
I thank you.
dzina langa ndi pfi Olive Nechpepe,
I'm Olive Nechipepe
ndibva kha Ward 29 Makhado.
from Ward 29 Makhado.
Nṋe ndo ima ndi tshi khou hanedzana na bili heyi.
I'm standing here in rejection of the bill.
U hanedzana hanga ndi khou hanedzana nga ndavha ya uri hoyu muḓagasi u khou ḓura.
I'm rejecting this bill because the prices of the electricities are too high.
U khou ḓura vho no tou gonyisa nga maanḓa.
They are too high, they've hiked them too high.
Zwa zwino vha tshi khou amba uri muḓagasi u funa u ya kha uri kha private rine ono nga vhakegulu ro no hola mundende ri ḓo swikelelana.
Hence, you are suggesting that we should take the electricity to a private level. We as older people, will we afford that?
ngori hei private i khou nyanga tshelede nnzhi ene nne ya ḓo ri balela.
Because this private is in a need of too much money, which we can't afford it.
Ngori ndo rali ndo dzula ndi ndoṱhe hu na miḓi yo dzulaho ya zwisiwana ene ya tou hola tshelede ya grant.
And since I'm standing here before you, I sit alone. There are a number of us who are suffering like I do, and who are only depending on grant.
Yo no ḽa hanefho kha grant yeneyo ya dovha ya badela na muḓagasi hanefo.
They have to feed themselves from the very same grant and buy electricity again from the very same grant.
Zwino nṋe ndi khou hanedzana na hei bill ya yeneyo khou ambiwa.
I'm rejecting the proposed bill.
Ndo livhuwa.
Thank you.
Thobela batlhomphegi ka moka. Wa bole-
Greetings to all of you honorables.
wa bolela mo ke Maureen Sishoka, National Convener ya WAMUA, Women Affected by Mine Unite in Action.
My name is Maureen Sishoka, ke moholaganye wa Wamua.
So now I'm very much disappointed as a woman for what's happening in South Africa. I treat Rina right. First of all, we have arrived in this district ka Saturday, trying to mobilize and educate, capacitate the communities. Gore na re ba tseba about this bill. How can the communities engage on this bill? Ba sa tsebe selo.
Jwale
They-
re sa mathomo ke tloga ke nyamile kudu jwalo ka mosadi gore a e ka ba gabotse go tla jwang gore go tshwariwe kopano ya mohuta mo mola e le gore setšhaba ga se tsebe selo re fihlile mo ka mokibelo gomme ra leka go boledišana le setšhaba re nyaka go tseba gore a e ka ba ba na le tsebo mabapi le kopano ya mohuta o le ona molaokakanywa wo wa hlahliwago mo.
That's why re bone gore batho ha ona motho a ka emishang letsogo o tla go emisha letsogo a engage on what? The people must engage on informed based. If they are not informed, ba ka se kgone go engage on this bill.
Hence, we realize that they will not raise their hands, because if they did, what will they be engaging on while they do not have any information regarding this bill?
Please, we are pleading with you, really Makua, hore let's practice free, prior, inform and consent. We have been going to Union Building, to White House, giving the petition about our concern about free, prior, inform and consent.
Jwale re kgopela gore batho ba fiwe tsebo, ba fiwe thuto pele. Gale re ya fase le godimo re ile Union Building ra ya ko White House re le ka go tšweletša yona taba ya gore batho ba tshwanetse ba fiwe tshedimošo pele go ka swariwa kopano.
So re reject this bill, and even we are working out re a tsamaya now ka gore this thing I benefited the community. Thank
So
you.
we reject this bill, and as it is now, we are walking out because this meeting is not benefiting the people.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the. Can we just calm down?
Kombela kuba hi tshamiseka.
Yeah. No, thank you for Arutwaning.
Hi kombela ku twana katsongo.
Yeah. Now, thank you for the input that we have just received from the round that we had.
Eka round leyo sungula hi khensa mavonelo lama hi ma kumeke.
And as we know, the program continues.
Hi laha hi tivaka ha kona nongonoko wa hina wu ta ya mahlweni.
But I've just observed on walking out the song that was sung like Aya Sava Magwala, but people are going out. It's not a problem.
Ni xiyile leswaku loko va karhi va huma va karhi va yimbelela risimu leriya ri nge aya sava magwala hina mbe hi swi xiya.
So the ones who are not Magwala are left here.
Kutani lava va nga riki matoya hi lava va nga sala.
So sometime every person has got a right of walking out, staying and so on. But we appreciate that the work of the community, the parliament and talking to people while being cognizant of what you are raising, we can go through. Now I'm going to, you can go. Yeah. The chairperson just want to indicate one more thing before we go to another round.
Oh, hi nga si hundzela ka round ya vumbirhi ya lava nga ta tlakusa mavoko mutshama xitulu tsakela ku vula swin'wana.
No, I just wanted to, there are certain things that you just have to allow them to continue.
Ku ni swilo swin'wana leswi boheka ku swi pfumelela swi endleka.
I'm not going to degenerate the meeting, Chair. I just want to clarify one thing with people.
Ko va na nchumu wun'we ntsena lowu ni lavaka ku wu basisa.
Committees of Parliament,
Tikomiti ta palamende
whether the NCOP, whether the National Assembly,
ku nga khatariseki kumbe i NCOP kumbe i National
are
Assembly
a reflection of different political parties.
hi yimela mavandla yo hambanahambana ya tipolitiki.
Sometimes this confusion that people think that government is parliament is not the case.
Kutani vanhu va tala ku pfilunganyeka va ehleketa leswaku palamende i hulumende a swi tano.
Now, this thing, so that we know it tomorrow, when a committee leaves for public hearings,
Kutani ku na leswi mi faneleke ku swi tiva loko komiti ya palamende yi ya eka mitshamo ya vanhu emigangeni.
there are two multi-party structures in the National Assembly, to be specific.
Kutani hi ku kongoma ku na mavandla mambirhi ya swa tipolitiki eka komiti yin'wana na yin'wana.
It's what is called the chief whips for, it means all chief whips of political parties sit in that structure.
Kutani eka tikomiti teto ku na lava hi va vulaka ti-chief whip leti yimelaka mavandla hinkwawo ya tipolitiki va tshama eka ntshamo wolowo.
Then they will draft a program of the National Assembly,
Kutani va ta tsala nongonoko wa National Assembly.
agree which legislation is there, how it should be processed.
Va pfumelelana leswaku hi wihi nawu lowu nga ta tirhisiwa kwalano ni matirhiseriwele ya wona.
Then there will be a second structure called the National Programming Committee.
Kutani ku ta va na komiti yin'wana ya vumbirhi vitaniwaka National
The National Programming Committee is representative of all political parties.
Kutani komiti yaleyo yona yi yimeriwa hi vanhu va mavandla hinkwawo ya tipolitiki.
So when the program of the National Assembly is agreed, it is agreed by all parties.
Kutani loko nongonoko wu pasisiwa wu va wu pasisiwe hi swirho leswi yimelaka mavandla hinkwawo ya tipolitiki.
So when we are here, I was taught one thing, I don't do it, and all of us agreed.
Kutani loko ni ri laha ku na leswi hi nga swi endlike ndi hinkwerhu ya pfumelelana.
We never introduce people according to parties, because the work that you are doing, it's not of political parties. It is the work that South Africans sent us to do in Parliament.
Kutani loko hi ti tivisa a hi vuli ku ximanimani wa vandla ro karhi ra tipolitiki hikuva loko hi yimela a hi yimeli mavandla ya hina ya tipolitiki hi langute swilaveko swa vaakatiko hinkwavo.
So be free We are not here on the accord of an individual. We are here because the National Programming Committee approved the program. In fact, they said, bring us the plan of how are you going to tackle this serious matter that is affecting society, and they approve. So we are here at the approval of the National Programming Committee of the National Assembly.
Kutani kombela mi ntshunxeka loko hi ri la a hi tangi hi swikongomelo swa munhu wo karhi kambe hi te la hikwalaho ka komiti leya yo pasisa minongonoko leyi nga te fambani mi ya endla ntirho leyi entiyisweni va vutise hina ku mi tsakela ku mhaka leyi mi yi tlhuvutsa njhani hi xona xivangelo lexi hi tisekelaka.
There are certain things, then I said I won't respond because, you know, when you respond, you degenerate. At times you become the same person that you intend not to be.
Kutani i teka ni minkarhi yo tala ni tala ku nga hlamuli swilo swin'wana hikuva loko ni swi hlamula swi nga jika swi langutiwa hi ndlela yin'wana.
So I just wanted to clarify that thing, Chair. That's all, and nothing else.
Kutani a no lava ku basisa mhaka yaleyo ntsena.
And on that note, we go for the other round of hands that might be identified for participation in this very important piece of legislation.
Kutani hi ndlela yaleyo hi ta hundzele ka xiyenge lexi landzelaka.
The gentleman in the white shirt and the two hands that are together there, the lady and Madam Kamona.
Va mhani la mahlweni.
Yeah. And then the lady in red, and then we have the gentleman here, the gentleman in pink there, Ntate Kozo. Let us see how many ladies do we have so that we try to.
Ita langutisa ku hina vaxisati vangani hi ta kota ku balance.
The lady behind the red cap. We are still here with you. Don't worry. I'm just checking. Do we have 10 people?
Hi lava ku teka va 10 ntsena ni loko mi nga kumangi nkarhi hi ta vita nakambe.
I'm still emphasizing that we will be in your hands. We are going to have another round as well. We are in your hands in as far as time is concerned. So I've noted some of the hands and they would get an opportunity.
Kutani mi nga vileli n'wina hi nga mi kombangiki ku ta va na round yin'wana laha hi nga ta mi komba.
So in order to do justice to the other members who have raised their hands and are not yet there, can we try to limit it to about 2.5, 3 minutes speaking time so that we can manage the other names that come through before people get tired.
Kutani hi kombela mi komisa tinhlamuselo ta n'wina ku endlela leswaku lavan'wana va tlakuseka va nga vitaniwangiki va ta kota ku vitaniwa na vona va vula mavonelo ya vona.
You may proceed, Ntate.
Mi nga rhanga tatana. Thanks, Program Director. I'll be brief. My name is Mr. Chauke.
Ward 21, Collins Chavan Municipality.
I'm from Ward 21 under Collins Chavani Municipality.
Ndaku kensa loko mwina wa komiti ya parliament ya gezi mi hlawule ku ta haleni mi ta sungula nongonoko lowu laha Collins Chavani Municipality.
First of all, I would like to thank you very much for coming to us here to initiate this action under electricity.
Timhaka ta gezi hina hi tshama ku kwalomu mi vona ku hi tshama kona hina lava hi hlupheka ngopfu hi swona le majoni le mantswa hikuva mina gezi ra zinyoka leri va pfaka mi oka mi ri tirhisa mi nga ri xavangi hina hi hava swisweswo la.
When it comes to electricity, as you might have seen, we are suffering. This issue is affecting us very much. We are not like those from Johannesburg or Gauteng where they use illegal connection. We don't have such things as illegal connections here.
Leswi ni lavaka ku vula swona I ku matirhiselo ya gezi a ya controliwi leswi swi nga xiswona sweswi. Gezi a ri nga ta xota loko nge kuna maendlele ya ku vona ku gezi leri nga kona ri ringana vanhu ri famba hi ndlela leyi faneleke se gezi ro tala hi leri nga ku yiviweni.
We wouldn't have this problem of a load shedding or electricity crisis if things were well controlled. The reason why we are facing this is because there is no control over electricity.
Se aka ntshamo lowuwani mina ni nga vula ku hi ku I khale hi karhi hi hlupheka hi gezi ni seketela ku bili leyi amukeriwa hikuva kumbe ku ta va na swo antswa ku tlula leswi sweswi hi vonaku swona.
So I support this bill, hoping that the amendments within this bill might improve the situation.
Inkomo.
Thank you.
Inkomo,
Thank you.
mina Faith Tintswalo Chauke,
My name is Faith Tintswalo Chauke
ni huma ka Ward 21 kwala Collins Chabane.
from Ward 21, Collins Chaban Municipality.
Ntanta yimelela ntlawa wa vavasati.
I'm representing women's organization.
Ni lava ku khensa xo sungula aka parliament loko yi hleketile ku namuntlha yi ta hi va na parliament a Collins Chabane.
I just want to thank the parliament for being here today in Collins Chabane.
Ni tlhela ni khensa ku va hi nyikiwe opportunity ya ku vulavula.
And I also want to thank you for giving us an opportunity to speak.
Swi vula ku leswi swi nga vulavuriwa ka Freedom Charter.
What was said in the Freedom Charter,
Ku people shall govern.
kuri vanhu va ta fuma.
Swi vula ku himpela hi le ku fumeni hi rhandza ku swi khensa.
Indeed, we are governing or we are leading. We'd like to thank that.
Tanihi vavasati loko ku ri hava gezi hi hina hi hlanganaku na ntshikelelo.
As women, if there's no electricity, we are the ones who are experiencing problems.
Loko ku fane ku swekiwa ku ri hava gezi swi vula ku swi langutsene na n'wansati sweswo.
When you have to cook and there's no electricity, a woman have to face that.
Loko ku fane ku yiwa a tihunyini
When you have to go to fetch firewood,
la hi fikaku hi hlangana na mintlhontlho ya ku van'wani va fika va pfinyiwa le tihunyini.
where there are some challenges, some of us get raped.
I vavasati lava hluphekaku loko gezi ri nga ri kona.
Those are women who are suffering when there's no electricity.
Loko va na load shedding lava va hluphekaku va taku nkarhi wun'wani va ta yiveriwa va tlhela va pfinyiwa I vavasati.
When there's no electricity, women are vulnerable and then some people come and steal.
So hi mhaka ya sweswo hi vona ku tanihi vavasati hi ri hi sapota bili leyi ku onge bili leyi yi nga nikiwa nkarhi ya ku yi zela yi va nawu ku ri swi nga solve ti-problem leti nga kona ta gezi.
As women, we would like to support the bill and make it a law. Thank you.
Demasiari.
Afternoon.
Nendi Takalani Rambau,
Takalani Rambao
Kawadi ya 27 Makado.
from Ward 27 Makado,
Amucha.
Amocha.
The chairperson ya civic yange ya Mcha.
I'm the chairperson of Civic at Hamucha.
So ndo ima hapa hii. Ndi atendelana na bili.
I'm standing here in full support of the bill.
Bili yo zizanyeya.
It is well prepared, presented.
Ndikiwe ngutopirisa hili.
I just wanna say this.
Khaedu ine yatova hone kha mudagasi kha dzi village dzine dza vha khadzo iyi ndi ya uri vhathu vha ripota mudagasi vha na thaidzo ya dzibogisi vha Eskom vha tshi ḓa vha ri a vha na zwibogisi so vhathu vha sala vha tshi khou funga mudagasi vha si khou badela.
The challenge we're facing about electricity issue is that in our villages, people can report when there's some crisis electric-wise in their house and call Eskom. When Eskom arrives, they will tell people that they don't have meter boxes.
So ndiyo ni khaedu ine yaita uri ṱhamusi na mudagasi ri vhe ri si khou wana zwo leluwa. So little says lenelo.
That's the challenge which may be contributing as to why we are so struggling with electricity. So I suggest you consider that.
Ndi tshi dovha hafhu nda ri kha vhurumelo ha phalamennde.
And again to the delegates from parliament.
Ndi tshi ri vha vhe na ṱhuṱhuwedzo kha vhana vha zwikolo. U itela uri matshelo vhana vho ya vha dzi engineer kha mudagasi siani ḽa zwa mudagasi zwi a thusa kha shango.
Please encourage our kids at school so that they can go and study engineering. Maybe out of them we can solve the problem of electricity tomorrow.
Kha maṅwe mashango iyi a vha vhi na khaedu dza mudagasi. Vha zwi solve nga tshipidi ngori vha vha na dzi engineer na vhathu vha re na dzi vho itaho dzi test dza hone.
If you to check in other countries, they don't face crisis like we do because they have engineers and those who did testing, so they don't experience many problems in line with electricity.
Ndi tshi kha ḓi ri bili ndi khou ima nayo ndo livhuwa.
I'm in full support of the bill. I thank you.
Di masiari.
Afternoon.
Tshine nda nga to thoma nga tsho ndi ko to thoma ngo to ulivhuwa na to takalela bili noni ndi khori nne sa mudzulapo ndi khou I support.
First thing first, I would like to thank and say that myself as a resident, I'm in full support of the bill.
Ndo hanga thungo diamba madzina ndi Cynthia Mathelemusa ndi kha ward 3 kama spara wa Makhado.
I've been forgot to introduce myself. I'm Cynthia Mathelemusa from Ward 3 under Makhado municipality.
Ndo rali ndi mu ward committee ndadova ndava civic ndadova ndava kha SGB.
I'm a member of Ward Committee, I'm a member at the Civic and also a member at the SGB level.
Chine nda khonyo ngoambesa chone ndi cha uri hey bili khai pass rine sa vhadzulapo ri khou pfa ri khou itakalela nga maanḓa.
What I want to emphasize is that can the bill be approved? We as residents, we are happy about the bill.
Chine nda nga vha ṱuṱuwedza kha vhathu vho ḓaho vha phalamennde ndi cha uri musi ri dzi SGB yange zwikoloni vhana vha khou balelwa u vhala nga ndavha uri Eskom I khou balelwa mudagasi u khou ṱuwa tshifhinga tshoṱhe zwino zwi sia rine sa dzi SGB ri tshi sialela ri tshi khou linda havha vhana lwa vhuṱunguni nga maanḓa vha tshi khou vhala nga makhanḓela.
To the delegates from the parliament, we as SGB members, we really support the bill because we are the one who are facing this kind of challenge when we don't have electricity and learners are studying. It's a challenge because we have to guard them while they are reading using candles.
Rine sa vhadzulapo ri khou pfa ri tshi khou zwi funa uri he bili I khou ḓo u fhungudza vhuleme hune a khou wanala kha Eskom.
We are happy about the bill because it's going to reduce the pressure which is mainly into Eskom side.
ngauri tshiṅwe tshifhinga u ḓo wana uri hezwi ri hange mahayani zwitentsini u ḓo wana uri tshiṅwe tshifhinga vhathu vha Eskom vha lenga na u ḓa kha hezwi zwibogisi zwa free mode.
Sometimes when we are even at home, when we report matters to Eskom, they even take time to come to attend to our crisis.
Tshiṅwe tshifhinga u ḓo wana zwa uri kha musi hu khou tea u dzheniswa muḓagasi kha mivhundu minzhi ine a ina muḓagasi wa wana uri Eskom i khou lemeliwa i khou sumbedzisa mafhungo uri a huna khebulu.
In some other time, you find that there has to be an installation of electricity in different villages, and we normally see that Eskom is really facing a serious pressure because they are the only supplier of electricity.
Kha vha rine ndi vha vhudze sa mudzulapo ndi tshi khou tou fhedzisela ngori ndi nga tou lidzana mufhululu nda ri
I wanna express my feeling as a resident that I'm in full support of the bill she even elulated. Afternoon.
Nandi John Malema, ndibva Ward 23.
I'm John Malema from Ward 23 under Makado municipality.
And member wa Sanko, anenge Chikwani.
I'm a member of Sanko at Chikwarani
Village. Zvino rine hangeni ka hezwi zwa mudagasi. Riko tangana na thaidzo nga maanḓa ri tshi khou tou vhudza ava vha parliament.
At our area, we are facing a very serious challenge in line with the electricity if we to express that feeling to our delegates from parliament.
Hezwi ri tshi khou tendelana na heyi bili ra ri khou ri vha parliament vha ite uri hafha kha dzi villages kha vha ite ofisi iṅwe na iṅwe ya Eskom vha songo ri rengisela vha songo tou rengisela ava masomalia mudagasi vhane vha ri rengisela vha tshi ita the overcharges.
As I'm standing here supporting the bill, I also wanna express my feeling to you guys who are from the parliament, that please make sure that in our villages there are offices so that you can reduce the issue of overcharged by the Somalians who are selling electricity to us.
Ngauri hezwilani avalani hapa ri tshi nyaga u renga mudagasi ri wana huri huṅwe vha kha 50 rand vha charger 10 rand, huṅwe kha 50 rand vha charger 5 rand. Zwino ri wana ri tshi khou lemeliwa kha vhakalaha.
So as a result, we as residents, we face a very serious challenge finance-wise because these people who are selling electricity to us are overcharging us. Sometimes you'll find that you have to add 10 rand when you buy 50 rand electricities. Others even charge 5 rand. So we as older people, we are facing a very serious challenge on that.
Zvino arali hapa kha dzi villages vha tshi khou vhea ofisi iṅwe na iṅwe ya Eskom ra renga hone mudagasi na hava vhathu vho bridge mudagasi nga dzi neighbor dzi a phasana mudagasi ndori muṅwe muḓi wa next door na next door vha si renge mudagasi vho connecta kha muthu muthihi.
So if you to place offices in our villages so that we can buy electricity from your office, is gonna be much better. It can even reduce the illegal connection because now we find that neighbors are even sharing one electricity which is bought by one family and two shares the same electricity.
Ndingalivhuwa nga maanḓa arali parliament I tshi khou zwi pfesesa uri kha muvhundu muṅwe na muṅwe I ite ofisi ngori I ḓo ḓivha I khou itela na vhana vha vhorine mishumo ngani ngei tsini.
I would really appreciate the parliament if they can enforce the issue of having offices in our villages. By so doing, they'll be even creating jobs for our kids. So I think.
Ndiyalivhuwa nga maanḓa uri ndi khou support ine bill.
Thank you. I'm in full support of the bill.
Thank you, Chairperson of the session.
Ndigoriwa mudzulatshidulo wa dzulo ini.
I'm delighted to see you again, Chairperson.
Ndo takalela vavona futhi mudzulatshidulo.
The last time I saw you, it was during the gas amendment bill in Thulamela.
Lwa upedzisela musi ndi tshi vhavona hova hunga u dzudzanyululwa ha mulayo u langaho maxasi kha masipala wa Thulamela.
My name is Tembuluwa Nemakhavani. I am the Secretary of Ward Committee, Ward 28, Thulamela.
Nga mazina ndi Tembuluwa ndi musekretary kha ward ya kha
Ward 28.
wa kha Ward 28 ya masipala wa Thulamela.
Chairperson, I fully support the bill.
Ndo imapa ndi tshi khou tikedza mulayo tibe hoyunoni wera dzula ngawo namusi.
However, I have expressions as well, solutions and advice towards this bill.
Fhedzi ndi khou nyaga u bvisela khagala vhupfiwavho hanga na ngeletshedzo zwi tshi yelana naho hoyu mulayo tibe.
Chairperson, in this bill, we should make sure that the scope of generators' powers should include raising of tariffs in consultation with economic conditions of the country.
Mudzulatshidulo ri tea u dovha hafhu ra lavhelesa uri musi hu tshi khou pfi hu khou dzudzanyululwa haya mafhungo a ri lavhelese na mafhungo a kugonyele kwa miḓagasi zwi tshi ya siani ḽa masheleni zwi tshi lavheleswa na zwine ikonomi ya vha i khou tshimbilisa zwone u itela uri zwithu zwi kone u tshimbila nga nḓila yo teaho.
Secondly, Chairperson, about disputes regarding electricity challenges, I would advise that we should have accessible arbitration processes.
Nga zwi tshi ya nga ha kulangele kwa zwithu musi ri khou sedza muḓagasi hu tea u vha na mafulo ene a itiwa ene na riṋe sa vhathu ri a kona u tendelea uri ri bvisele khagala zwine ra khou ḓibvisa zwone.
On this bill, Chairperson, there's a clause that deals with subcontracting of maintenance towards power stations and all that. What I want to say about this is that subcontracting of maintenance should be regulated to combat industrial monopoly.
Kha mulayo tibe hoyunoni huna tshiteṅwa tshi langaho vho radzikonṱiraka vhaṱuku vhane vha vhofhiwa maanḓa. Kha hezwo ri khou tea uri zwi lavhelese vhukuma ngauri mushumo wavho ndi muhulwanesa ndi wa u paṱulula na u khwinifhadza zwiko zwashu.
In this bill, Chairperson, women should be empowered by legislature to acquire licenses to generate electricity.
Kha hoyu mulayo tibe vhafumakadzi vha tea u fhiwavho maanḓa navho uri vha kone u shela mulenzhe kha u khwinifhadza khathihi na u bveledza muḓagasi kha shango.
I'm saying this because I've heard the president several times speaking about a way to deal with gender-based violence, and one of those ways was to make sure that we empower women in businesses.
Ndi kuamba hezwi ndi tshi khou zwi livhanyisa na zwine mupresidente washu vha dzulele u ri vhudza zwone vha tshi khou amba vho sedza kha dzikhakhathi dzine dza itiwa ho sedziwa mbeu vha ri iṅwe nḓila ya khwine yo maanḓafhadza vhafumakadzi ndi u vhafha zwikhala zwo vha kha mabindu hezwo zwi ḓo dovha zwa vha zwi khou ri thusa kha u fhungudza dzikhakhathi dzine dza itiwa dzo livhiswa kha vhafumakadzi ngori vha ḓo vha vha khou kona u ḓisikela mishumo vhone vhaṋe.
About the issue of licensing entities to generate electricity, Chairperson, I want to express that issues of licensing and granting, application granting and objections should be treated with courtesy to avoid what is happening in the taxi sector, where you find that people are applying for operational licenses, they are granted, there are objections. Some other departments also issuing licenses that have been given to other associations and all that. So what I want to say here is that the issue of application, granting and objections should be treated with courtesy to avoid what is happening in the taxi sector.
So ngauri ralo mafhungo a elanaho na u fha dzi ndaela kana ndugelo dza uri vhathu vha kone u shuma zwi tshi ḓa kha u bveledza muḓagasi a tea u langiwa nga vhuronwane vhukuma ngauri arali zwo sa itiwa nga u tou ralo ri ḓo vhona zwine ra dzulela u zwi vhona kha sia ḽa zwiendi zwa vhoriṋe zwa nnyi na nnyi dzithekhisini hune vha ḓo wana uri muthu a tshi apuḽaya thendelo kana ita khumbelo ya u tendeliwa uri a kone u shuma vha ḓo wana u khou fhiwa thendelo ine ino ḓiri a fhiwa muṅwe kana a fhiwa a dovha a hanedziwa. So nga u tou ralo a zwi vhe zwo vhekanyiwa zwavhuḓi zwi na vhusedzi vhukuma u itela uri ri si vhe na thaidzo dzi ngaho sa hedzo ya.
This bill seeks to introduce a competitive market, Chairperson, but my advice here is that the introduction of competitive market should align with the economic conditions of the country.
Mulayotibe hoyu wo ḓisendeka kha nga maanḓa kha u bveledza zwikhala hune hu ḓo vha na muṱaṱisano zwi tshi ya nga vhoramabindu vho imaho ngauri. So kha hu vhe na kulangele kune kwa vha khagala u itela uri matshelo ri si vhe na dzi thaidzo zwi tshi khou ya nga ha u sa londa he ha itiwa musi ho tea uri hu itiwe nga tshifhinga.
Chairperson, we have an obligation as the leadership of the country to make sure that we create a reliable energy sector to avoid lawsuits towards towards load shedding and save legal funds and reprioritize that money for other needs.
Mudzulatshidulo ri na maanḓa sa vhadzulapo a u bveledza kana u tandulula thaidzo ine ra khou livhana nayo ya u ya nga ha muḓagasi u itela uri ri imise mafhungo a uri hu sokou dzula hu khou isaniwa nṱha na fhasi dzi khothe milayoni zwine zwa tshi nga dovha zwa thusa uri hedziḽa tshelede dzine ra khou dzi shumisa ri tshi khou isana nṱha na fhasi dzi khothe milayoni dzi nga shumavho kha zwiṅwevho zwine zwa ḓo vha zwi khou thusa futhi riṋe sa vhadzulapo.
Chairperson, it is about time now that we create a guaranteed energy security to ensure that agriculture is not affected and we have food security.
Ndi tshifhinga mudzulatshidulo tsha uri ri khwaṱhise vhukuma mafhungo a kulangele kwa muḓagasi uri ri sie ra kwamea siani ḽa zwa vhulimi ngauri arali zwa nga vhuya zwa tou ṱhoṱela vhukuma siani ḽa zwa vhulimi ri ḓo vha na thaidzo ya ṱhahelelo ya zwiḽiwa.
Chairperson, the President from onset during his administration, he has been speaking about the unbundling of ESCOM into separate entities. I'm fully supporting that because the unbundling of ESCOM will really help the separate entity to account.
Mudzulatshidulo ndo ima hafhanoni ndi khou vha humbudza zwe mupresidennde vha amba zwone zwa uri ESCOM I khou tea uri I fhandekanyiwe I bve zwipiḓa zwivhili zwiraru zwine hezwo zwipiḓa zwiraru zwi ḓo thusa kha uri tshipiḓa tshiṅwe na tshiṅwe tshi ḓo vha tshi na maanḓa na uri musi hu na zwine a zwi ngo tshimbila zwavhuḓi tshipiḓa tshone tsha khou kwamea tshi kone u hwesiwa vhuḓifhinduleli.
Lastly, Chairperson,
as you conclude.
Yes, yeah, as I conclude, Chairperson, it is about time now that we try by all means to subsidize the electricity sector or entities that are generating electricity so that we will combat that problem that my elderly was speaking about here, the issue of electricity affordability. So if we check well here and try by all means that we can, let's try to subsidize the electricity sector so that our people will be able to afford electricity. Thank you, Chairperson.
Zwine zwa khou tea u dovha zwa itiwa mudzulatshidulo ndi zwa uri hu khou tea u vha na mafhungo a u lilisiwa nga maanḓa ri tshi khou sedza vhaṅwe vhe vha ḓa vha ima hafhanoni vho ḓi lingedza u sumbedzisa vhahulwane uri vha kone u vha na vhone na u swikelela ha muḓagasi nga nṱhani ha uri zwa sa itiwa nga u tou ralo ri ḓo fhedzisela ri khou vhaisa vhathu vhane a vha ngo tea uri vha vhaisiwe vhane vha vha uri ndi vhathu vhane vha khou ḓibalelwa nga u tou ralo ndi ḓo vha ndi khou vala ndi khou livhuwa.
Ndo livhuwa mutshimudzi wa mushumo.
Thank you, Program Director.
Dzina langa ndi pfi Jeanette Shandukani.
I'm Jeanette
Ndi bva
Shandukani.
hanefha Collins Thavhani.
I'm from here in
Kha
Collins
Ward
Chavani.
2.
Ward
A
2.
thi tsha ḓo tou dzhiesa tshifhinga nga saizwi tshiyambi tsha tsha tshifhinga tsho fhelaho hafhanoni tsho no ambesa tshifhinga tshilapfu.
I'll be much brief since the previous speakers took much longer.
Nṋe ndi khou pfa ndi tshi khou livhuwa vha phalamennde musi vho ḓa uri vha pfe mihumbulo yashu.
I really thank the delegates from Parliament.
Ndo ya nda ivhela bili nga luambo lwanga nda I pfesesa.
I went and read the bill using my own native language and understood.
Zwenezwo ndi khou ri nṋe ndi khou I sapota iyo bili.
So by so saying, I'm fully supporting the
Ndi
bill.
khou livhuwa.
Thank you.
Yes, greeting you, Parliamentary Committee. Yeah, my name is Sydney. I'm coming from Valdezia under Makado Municipality. I'm a ward committee.
Emina Sydney, Nauma Valdezia, as Kamakado Municipality, Nishirosha Ward Committee.
Yes, I support the bill,
Niseketela na umbesilo.
but there's a other reason that I support the bill.
Kuna swivangelo swo karhi leswi swi endlaka leswaku ni seketela na umbesilo.
And then we must view our mind about the ESCOM now.
Hi fanele hi languta kahle miehleketo ya hina loko hi langute mhaka ya Eskom.
The challenge that ESCOM we have
Mintlhontlho leyi Eskom yi hlanganaka na yona kumbe yi nga na yona
about the community, those people who they are stealing the data of ESCOM.
mayelana na vaaki lava yivaka vuxokoxoko bya Eskom.
Because when we see
Loko hi langutile
ESCOM, they are not operating well because there's a other private who dealing with the same job that ESCOM he did.
loko hi langutile Eskom a yi tirhi ntirho hi ndlela ya yona ku na khampani yin'wana yona yi endlaka ntirho ku fana na Eskom.
And then ESCOM, when we report the case,
Loko hi vika mhangu mayelana na Eskom
and then we give them a meter number.
hi va nyika meter number.
After that, they come to us.
Endzhaku ka swona va ta eka hina.
They say we can do the audit because this meter number is not buying the electricity
Va
as
ku
well.
kombisa leswaku meter number leyi ya wena a yi le ku xaveni ka gezi.
Yeah, that things is, I think is affecting the ESCOM.
Swilo sweswo swi kavanyeta mphakelo wa gezi ka Eskom.
Yeah, but if we have another option or if the government must sit down and then see the challenges,
Loko ku ri na tindlela tin'wanyana kumbe xana mfumo wu ri na tindlela tin'wana ta ku oloxa mintlhontlho liya
I will support it.
ni ta seketela na umbisi.
Thank you.
Inkomu.
Ni Kensili, Program Director.
I thank you, Program Director,
Ku nyikiwa nkarhi lowu mi hi nyikeke wona.
for the opportunity given to us.
Loyi a vulavulaka i Eric Baloyi.
I'm Eric Baloy.
Ni member ya Collins Chabani Chamber of Business.
I'm a member of Collins Chabani Chamber of Business.
Lexi lavaka ku va hi xi kombisa laha
I would like to,
a ku ri mhaka ya ku this bill
I would like to say that this bill,
leyi mi nga nyika yona namuntlha laha
the one that you gave it to us,
hi lava ku hi ya fika hi langutisa hi ri van'wamabindzu
we as business people need to look at it thoroughly.
because u nge swi koti ku jumpa u teka decision kwala na kwala
Because you cannot hastily take a decision.
loko ha ha ri ka issue ya load shedding
Because while we are still focusing on load shedding,
mabusiness ya hina ya safari ngopfu
our businesses have suffered.
a hi se fika laha hi kota ku fika hi yima hi milenge because of load shedding
We haven't really recovered from that.
se hi swona hi kombelaka ku hi ya tshama hansi hi ri van'wamabindzu as soon as possible
So we are asking if we could be given time, we as business people, to sit down and analyze it.
and loko ta va hi langutisile
Then after that,
hi twile mi kha mi vulavula hi ku a mo lava ngopfu ti-oral submission na ti-written submission ma ti lava
we heard that you not only concentrate on oral submission, but also written submission.
u
as well.
pfumela ku mi ta hi amukela na tani n'wamabindzu ya kwala ka Collins Chabani ku va na hina hi mi submite leswi nga ta va hi twanani swona
We believe that by then we will send our written submission and that will be welcomed by you.
na kombela xa vumbirhi hi kombela ku ri na loko ku va na swilo swa muxaka lowu
And the second request is that next time when public hearings such as this,
these documents a ti fiki nkarhi wa ha ri kona
may you please forward the documents in advance
so that hi ta tshama hi ti hlaya loko mi ta hi kota ku vulavula hi tona
so that we can read them, we read and engage when you guys
a swi olovi
arrive.
ku u kuma document namuntlha sweswi u yi languta u tlhela u analyza
Because it's not easy for us to get the document today and analyze it within a short period of time.
but what you can say Akuruku, ya tama hansi as soon as possible, business ya la Collins Chabani.
But as I mentioned earlier, we as business people from Collins Chaban municipality will sit down and analyze it. So
Ilangutisa evi respond.
then we'll respond by sending written submissions.
Thank you.
Thanks. My brother, did you finger sharp?
Ndolibuwa,
I thank you.
program director, na bathu bote ngo angareza.
And the rest people, the rest of us in general.
Nne ndi pfi moli wa Hamtele.
I'm Moli Mutele.
Ndi bvane pa Collins Chabani.
I'm from here in Collins Chabani.
Ka organization ya ANC.
I'm from the ANC organization.
Ndo ima pononi before ndichi support bill.
I'm standing here before I can support the bill.
Ndi ambe zwinoni zwa uri Tshivenda tshiri arela tin'wana nga phadi.
I wanna say what they normally say in Chivenda, which
Zwine zwa vha
literally,
zwi tshi khou amba zwa uri arali ṅwana a nga ita mistake a ri nambe ra muthudzela kule ra ri hoya si ṅwana washu ri tea u mu gudisa uri zwi tshimbilisane kana ra mufha another chance.
which simple mean that if the child is wrong, we don't throw the child away. We sit down the child and try our level best to guide the child.
Zwino ndo ima hafhanoni musi ndi tshi khou ṱoḓa uri ndi support heinoni bill ndi ambe hezwinoni zwa uri
Standing here before I can support the bill, I wanna say this.
kha vha ri ndi sumbedzisa uri hafhanoni kha vhupo hashu ha Limpopo ngo angaredza.
Let me indicate this to you that in our Limpopo area in general,
Vhunzhi hashu ri a renga muḓagasi.
many of us, we buy electricity.
Una province ine ndi a ita ndi tshi dalela tshifhinga tshinzhi ine ya vhidzwa nga uri ya Gauteng.
There is a province which I normally visit in many cases, which is
Havhala
Gauteng.
vhathu a vha rengi muḓagasi.
Those people are not buying electricity.
Zwi vha zwi tshi khou itela uri rine ra renga muḓagasi ri ṱangane na vhuleme vhunzhisa.
That alone put the pressure on us who buys electricity.
Zwino nda vha ndi tshi khou ṱoḓa u ambedzela hezwinoni zwa uri
I wanted to emphasize that
committee heyo ine ya vha hone pa phanḓa from parliament
the committee which is before us from parliament,
vha dzhiele nṱha u ḓa na strategy tsha uri vha nga kona hani uri havhala vhathu vha re hangeini kana vhanzhi vhane vha vha hone kha provinces dzashu vha kone u renga muḓagasi u itela uri musi ri tshi khou yo renga zwi sa ri ḓurele.
take note that you should ensure and enforce that many people around the country who are not buying electricity, they should do so because it will even reduce pressure to us who buy electricity.
Ngauralo vhanzhi vho no ambesa zwinzhi ndo livhuwa ndi tshi khou supporta bill ine ya vha hone.
By so saying, many of us have raised their issues, so I'm in full support of the bill. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon and greetings to the Portfolio Committee, honorable members.
Inhlikane na misheweta hinkwenu va portfolio committee ya parliament.
My name is Bongani Baloi. I come from Makuleke village within Collins Chabani local municipality.
Ni Baloi ni huma eka muganga wa Makuleke lowu nga ehansi ka masipala wa Collins Chabani.
And the views that I'm going to share do not represent any organization but are my own.
Mavonelo lawa ni nga ta ma vula a ma yimeli kumbe ma huma eka vandla ro karhi ra tipolitiki, ma huma eka mina n'wini.
Let me first commend you for respecting the rights of citizens by making sure that this very important process has been initiated and implemented.
Xo sungula ni tsakela ku mi khensa ni ku mi bumabumela hikuva mi xixime mfanelo yin'wana na yin'wana ya muakatiko hikuva mi lwela leswaku timfanelo teto ti lweriwa ni ku tlhela ti tirhisiwa.
Because in other countries, laws are being enacted without consultation.
Hikuva ematikweni yo tala milawu yi vekiwa handle ko lava mavonelo ya vaakatiko.
And I commend you for that.
Kutani ha mi bumabumela hikuva n'wina mi endla leswi hambaneke na sweswo.
I have received this copy only this morning.
Bili leyi kumbe nawumbisi lowu ndzi wu kume mixo wa namuntlha.
And I tried to peruse the document, but due to time constraints,
Ni ringetile na ku phendla kambe hikwalaho ka leswi nkarhi a wu nga ri kona.
I just placed my focus on the objects of the bill.
Ni lo langutisa ntsena xiyenge lexi nge xikongomelo xa nawumbisi.
With an understanding that the other clauses support the application of the bill.
Ndzi ri ni ntshembo wa leswaku swiyenge leswiya swin'wana swa ha fambisana na xona xikongomelo xa nawumbisi lowu.
And therefore,
Hikokwalaho
I was encouraged to support the bill because it talks about additional electricity.
kutani ndzi susumeteleke ku seketela nawumbisi lowu hikuva xikongomelo xa wona lexikulu i xa ku engeteriwa tindlela ta ku endla gezi.
And it also speaks about new generation capacity and electricity infrastructure development.
Hi tlhela hi vulavula na hi ku lunghisiwa ka switirhisiwa swa gezi.
And my understanding is that that is aiming at solving the current electricity situation that we face as a country today.
Kutani ni vona xikongomelo xexo xi ta tisa ntlhantlho wa swiphiqo leswi hi langutaneke na swona namuntlha hi ri tiko.
I am of a view that the other systems, like the how part, it is something that the institutions that we are setting or the bill is proposing to be setting up will be the ones dealing with the application of the bill if it is passed into an act.
Kutani ni ehleketa leswaku xiyenge lexiya xa leswaku swi ta endlisiwa ku yini sweswo. Ndzi ehleketa leswaku swi ta ku ta dzikiwa ngopfu kumbe ku ta dzikiwa ngopfu eka swona loko nawumbisi lowu pasisiwa wu va nawu.
And I am supporting this bill in principle.
Milawu leyi nga kona eka nawumbisi lowu ndza yi seketela.
And request that we be given time to interrogate the other clauses, because my understanding is that even if you have translated this English version into Xitsonga, Xivenda, I believe that the translation is not actually the interpretation of the bill.
Ni kombela onge hi nga nyikiwa nkarhi wa ku tlhuvutsa swiyenge kumbe xiyenge ha xin'we hikuva hambileswi mi tikarhateke mi yi hundzuluxelela nawumbisi lowu sukaka xinghezi wu va ka Xivenda na Xitsonga kambe tinhla tin'wana ta lava ku basisiwa.
Yeah, so therefore, I will submit my written submissions in support of the bill to also give reasons, because we are not here just to support, we need to give reasons why we are supporting this bill.
Kutani mavonelo ya mina lama tsariweke hansi ni ta ma yisa lahaya etafuleni ni tlhela ni hlamusela ni leswaku hi swihi swivangelo swa mina swo seketela nawumbisi lowu tanihileswi mi tsakelaka ku twa ku ya wu seketela ni swivangelo swa kona.
And lastly,
Kasi xo hetelela
I want to take this to the chairperson of the portfolio.
kasi mhaka leyi ni lavaka ku yi vula sweswi ni yi kongomise ka n'wina mutshamaxitulu wa komiti leyi.
That please emphasize to the public or to any participants that when public hearings like this are organized, they are not for political parties to campaign. This is a platform for ordinary people to raise their views, concerns in a fashion where we are not intimidated.
Lexi ni tsakelaka ku mi kombela xona xa leswaku nkarhi na nkarhi loko mi khoma mitshamo yo fana na leyi swi kandziyiseni swi twakalela eka vaakatiko ku a hi ti laha hi xikongomelo xa ku ta tlakusa vandla ro karhi ra tipolitiki hi va hi lava vanhu va phofula leswi va titwisaka xiswona va ri vanhu ntsena hikuva sweswo swi ta endla leswaku va nga chavi ku vula mavonelo ya vona hikwalaho ko chava vandla ro karhi ra tipolitiki.
By this, I'm saying political parties have got chances to debate.
Kutani hi marito man'wana ni vula leswaku mavandla ya tipolitiki loko ma lava ku hluvutsa timhaka ta wona va nga swi endla endhawini yin'wana.
And then this is the public space to share opinions.
Kambe hina
Thank you.
vaakatiko ndhawu leyi i ya hina ku va hi vula mavonelo ya hina. Inkomu.
No, thank you very much.
Inkomu swinene.
The applause was really to say you have hit the nail on the head.
Ku phokotela koloko a ku kombisa leswaku u be homu ri mhondzo.
Yeah, we have identified the members who were not, yeah. I'm limiting them to, listen. Oh. Yeah, I'm limiting, before we get to proposals,
Nga si fika ka ti-proposal,
we want to do justice to the process that we are in. It's a parliamentary process.
hi lava ku endla hi vululami eka nongonoko loyi hi nga eka wona wa palamende.
So there were 3 or 4 people which we would try to limit the time.
Ku na vanhu van'wana vambirhi vanharhu.
And I won't be as generous as before. I will cut you when you go beyond so that you submit.
Kutani ni nge mi pfumeleli mi lehisa ngopfu.
So that we are considerate to the elderly who have been here with us for quite some time as
Hikuva hi
well.
lavi ku lehisa ngopfu hina vadyuhari lava nga na hina laha kusukela
Yeah,
nampundzu.
so I would quickly want us to get the gentleman in the red cap and that gentleman there.
Pela
and
vakulukumba
one,
lava se va
two,
kombiweke.
in that order.
Mi landzelana hi ndlela yaleyo.
Okay. You would be the last from, yeah. It's
N'wina mi
about
ta
6
va
people.
bohetelela onge hinkwenu loko mi helerile mi 6.
And then 6 people times 2 minutes, it's 12 minutes, 15 minutes if I'm generous. However, I want, whilst they are coming through,
Kutani 6 ya vanhu loko yo va nyika timinete timbirhi 12 loko ni va na malwandlanyana hi nga ku 15.
I'm a bit disappointed and happy.
Ni tsakile kasi hi hala tlhelo ni hele matimba.
Let me start by the happiness.
A hi rhangeni hi leswo tsakisa.
The people who have been in support and the people who have been against and the people who have been making quite valuable input into this topic.
Vanhu lava va seketeleke nawumbisi lowu na lava va nga wu seketelangiki ni lava vuleke mavonelo lama khomeke tinhla ta kahle.
You have done very, very well against somebody who was telling you that you cannot speak for yourself just a few minutes ago.
Mi endle kahle ngopfu hikuva mi lwisane na luya ekusunguleni a nga vula leswaku a mi fanelanga mi vulavula.
So up to so far, you have done exactly what is expected from the engagements that we are trying to get.
Kutani ku fikela sweswi mi endle leswi mitshamo yo fana na leyi ku languteriweke ku va yi swi endla.
So in that order, I think we will be done in the next 15 minutes.
Kutani loko hi ngo hi ndlela leyi.
Once more,
endzhaku
if
ka
you have got something
timinete ta
written,
15 hi nga
we
heta.
can get it through to the table as well.
Kasi loko a wu lava ku vulavula kambe u nga kombiwangi u nga tsala ehansi mavonelo ya wena wa yisa le tafuleni. Thank you.
Ni khensa ku nyikiwa nkarhi lowu ni nga ka wona haleni.
Thank you for the opportunity given to me.
Vito ni Rabela Mafanele.
My name is Rabela Mafanela.
From Ward 23, which is the CBD area of Collins Chaban.
From Ward 23, which is the CBD of this ward of Collins Chaban.
Ni yima ninga tipfinyingi kumbe ninga chuwangi. Kumbe ninga rurumeli kukaneta bili leyi nga kona namuntlha haleni.
I'm boldly rejecting the bill that is presented before us today.
The reason why ni swi vula so.
The reason why I'm rejecting this bill,
Ni vi na laki ra ku kuma document loko hi endla prayer session la ndzeni ka holo leyi.
I was fortunate to get the copy of this bill when we had our worshiping session right in this hall.
Ni yi hlayi kahle ni yi twisisa.
I read the bill and I understood it.
That is why hi Xitsonga va ri.
That is why in Tsonga we say,
Loko u lava ku tumbetela munhu wa ntima vutivi tsala maphepheni.
when you want to hide knowledge from a black person, write it down.
Hi nikiwe ti-document loko hi fika mpundzu lowu.
We were given these documents this morning when we arrived
And
here.
ti cincacinciwini ti tsariwa na hi Xitsonga.
And they've been, the main one has been translated into Tsonga and Venda.
A ni lavi ku dya nkarhi because leswi ni lavaka ku swi submita laha hi leswi ni nga swi kuma ka document.
I don't want to use a lot of time. What I have in the form of a written submission is what I got.
Hi ndlela leyi ni vula leswaku bill a ni yimi na yona. Inkomu.
In this manner, I say I don't support the bill.
Xichangani. Inkomu ke mfambisi wa ntirho wa siku ra namuntlha. Loyi a nga yima haleni i Maluleke Eric.
Thank you, Chairperson. My name is Maluleke Eric.
Hi ku tshama ni huma tiko ra Vahlavi eka Bungeni.
I'm from the land of Bahlawe, which is Bungeni,
Under Ward 14 Amakhado Municipality.
under Ward 14, Makhado Municipality.
Ni ri mutshami wa xitulu wa Electricity Forum ya Vhembe hinkwayo.
I'm the chairperson of Electricity Forum for the whole of Bembe.
A ni la ku lehisa ngopfu i ku
I won't take long.
vanhu lava hi va yimelaka va community
The people who represent from the community
va hi rhumile ku ri hi ta vula leswaku
send us here to say this.
bili leyi mi taku na yona namuntlha ya mpfapfarhuto
The bill which you have brought today here,
hi sekona yi ya mahlweni leswaku vukorhokeri byi ta ya mahlweni.
we support the bill so the community can be serviced.
Inkomu.
Thank you.
Ndi Kolibuwa.
I thank you.
Nga mazina ndi Emmanuel Magoro.
Emmanuel Magoro
Nga wadi ndi vaka ward 19.
from Ward 19.
Nga ushumela watu ndi organizing wa Sankhonda dwanda vaka ward committee ubva Makhado.
I'm an organizer at Sanko and I'm also a member of the Ward Committee from Makhado.
Ne ndiko to pfa hey bili yo ḓo ri lamulela rine sa vhurangaphanḓa.
I feel like the bill was brought to us to serve as a like solution to us as leaders.
Ngauri wa zwivhona uri arali tshimiswa tsha shuma tshi tshoṱhe tshi sa kho pikisana na tshiṅwe zwithu a zwi tshimbili zwavhuḓi.
Cause you see even in your eyes that if an entity which is functioning all alone without any competitor, there must be a malfunctioning or improper functioning.
Yeah, ngo ndi wana uri hezwi zwithu vhathu vhanzhi vhono zwi amba. Nṋe ndi to vha khali yo bikaho ndo shumesa ndiko shumesa nga maanḓa na community. U a kona u zwi vhona zwori arali muḓagasi u tshi khou tou vha u tshi khou shumiwa nga tshiimiswa tshithihi hu si na tshiṅwe tshiimiswa tshine tsha khou pikisana natsho u kona u zwi vhona zwori hu vha na vhuleme zwi tshi ya kha service.
Indeed, like as we are working closely with the community members, we see it almost every day that if an entity is not competed, there has to be an improper functioning of that entity.
Ndi tshi khou tou dovha u tou ḽo fhedzisela nda khou ṱoḓa u amba ḽone Kelly ndi tshi khou tanganedza hei bili ndi tshi khou ṱoḓa u amba no fhedzisela.
In closure, I wanna say, as I'm supporting the bill,
Lo fhedzisela ndi ḽa uri ngavhe i tou vha mbudziso, ngavhe hu vhe netiweke i ya Vodacom fhedzi ho ḓo vha khou itea mini hafha shangoni?
in conclusion, I would like to ask this is a question. What was gonna be, how was the world gonna be if the only network provider was Vodacom?
Ri khou tshila ri na netiweke dzo fhambananaho mara vhutshilo vhu kona u leluwa.
We are living with different network providers and life is so easy. So as a result, I thank you.
Eka mutshami wa xitulu,
To the chairperson,
hi rhandza ku khensa nkarhi lowu mi nga hi nyika.
would like to thank the opportunity given to us.
Vito ra mehe hi mehe Victor Sibiya ni huma eka Ward 5 ya kwala Collins Chabane.
I'm Victor Sbiya from Ward 5 under this municipality of Collins Chabane.
Mfambisi wa ntirho hi rhandza ku kombisa leswaku hi seketela mpfapfarhuko lowuwani mi nga wu tisela wona namuntlha.
I would like to say that we are in support of this bill given to us today.
Because we believe that this bill is going to assist our country to deal with the current load shedding.
Hikuva hi tshemba leswaku nawumbisi lowu wu ta pfuna tiko ra hina ku lwisana na xiphiqo xa ku timatimiwa ka gezi.
But it will also further assist our country to be in line with what is happening in other countries.
Kasi nawumbisi lowu wu ta tlhela wu pfuna tiko ra hina leswaku ri fambisana ni matiko man'wana loko swi ta emhakeni ya gezi.
It's going to help to decentralize the generation of electricity.
Swi ta endla leswaku khampani leyi endlaka gezi ku nga vi yin'we ntsena.
For example, in our province, we know that Messina has good sun.
Hikuva hi xikombiso eka xifundzankulu xa hina xa Limpopo ha swi tiva leswaku ndhawu ya Messina ri dlaya ni vusokoti.
The municipality there can develop a solar farm.
Kutani masipala kwalaho wu nga tirhisa dyambu rero ku endla ndhawu ya panele ta miseve ya dyambu.
And distribute that to the communities.
Ivi gezi rero ri nga ta tswongiwa kwalaho ri yisiwa emigangeni.
But we further believe that this bill,
hi tlhela hi tshemba leswaku nawumbisi lowu,
it will also assist our companies that are exporting goods.
Nawumbisi lowu ta tlhela wu pfuna tikhampani leti rhumelaka nhundzu ematikweni man'wana.
Because it will assist our country to decarbonize our economy.
Swi ta endla leswaku economy ya hina yi kula.
But we also support that generation of electricity can also happen using coal.
Hi tlhela hi tshemba leswaku gezi i ntiyiso ri nga endliwa hi ku tirhisa makala.
And this will further create more opportunities, more job opportunities for our people.
Hi ndlela yaleyo swi ta pfula mintirho leyi engetelekeke ka vaakatiko.
Chairperson, we support the bill. Thank you.
Mutshamaxitulu, nawumbisi lowu ha wu seketela.
Inkomo eka mutshami wa xitulu
Thank you, Chairperson
wa portfolio 8.
of the Portfolio Committee.
Ku na swilo swin'wana vuton'wini.
There are things in life.
A ni nga vuli profile ya mina mara ni huma award 23.
Tell you my profile, but I'm from Ward 23.
Hi ku loko no lava ku hlamuseta profile ya mina mi ta ku ni tshama hansi hi nkarhi yi
If
likulu
I
ngopfu.
do so, you will stop me.
Loko u lava ku endleliwa xilo
When you want something,
xa kahle kumbe xo ka xi nga ri kahle a wu
better
swi
or
voni.
not better, you can't see it.
Hi 2014
In 2014,
Antama Vuan,
I was staying in Vuwani.
mara sweswi ni la ka Kolila ka Malamlela wa 23.
Now I'm based in 123, Malamlele.
Ai ala le Vuan loko va ku hi fane hi wela ka Collins
We
Chavani.
refused when they wanted us to move to Collins Chavani,
Mara sweswi va tsaki ngopfu le kaya Vuan.
but now they are happy in Vuwani.
Leswi a va swi ala a ku ri swilo swa kahle.
What they were refusing is a good thing or nothing.
Se na sweswi bili leyi
Even now, this bill,
I support.
we support it.
A ni nga zi ni lehisa.
I won't be long.
And next time loko mi endla swintirho wa ku fana na lowa.
Next time when you will do something like this,
Hina vanhu va Lavembe hi kahle ngopfu.
we the people of Bembe, we are very
Loko
good.
mi voni swin'wana swo ka swi nga ri kahle a hi
If
swe
you
le
saw
Vembe.
something wrong here, it's not from Bembe.
Swi fane swi huma hala vo Giyani.
It must be from Giyani.
Inkomo.
Thank you.
Okay. Nakhesa mfambisi wa tirho.
Thanks,
Just-
Program Director.
Just a sec.
Oh,
Uh,
kombela-
The gentleman who just spoke,
nkulukumba la hetaka ku vulavula.
without necessarily the profile, just the name for record purposes, you can hide it from us and give it to the table there.
Hambiloko mi nga hi byeli hina ku hi n'wina mani kambe le tafuleni mi nga fika mi hlamusela hikuva swilo swi le ku rekhodiweni.
Nakhesa mfambisi wa tirho.
I'm Tinyiko Ruben Makamu.
I'm Tinyiko Ruben Makamu.
A ni chava ku vula vito i xivongo xikulu.
Yeah, and initially I didn't want to identify myself because my surname is it's such a big one.
Nakhesa mfambisi wa tirho na ku va mi dyeli nkarhi wa mina.
Thanks, Program Director, for chowing my time.
Mi ta ningetelela for sweswo.
I believe you will be more generous.
Mina ni mavasa amukelani Carol. Ni wa kwala Vembe, leswi ni nga ta swi vula ni suka kwala Vembe. Kwala hansi ka masipala,
From this municipality of Vembe,
kwala ka masipala wa Collins Chavani.
under this municipality of Collins
Aka Ward
Chabane,
13.
from Ward 13.
Mina leswi ni lavaka ku swi vula
What I would like to say
i ku bili leyi mi nga ta na yona
is that this bill,
mina a ni yimi na yona.
I am not in support.
So lexi endlaku ku ni nga yimi na yona.
The reason why I'm not in support of this bill,
And then ni kombela protection chair.
may you please, Chairperson, protect me.
Just a sec, just a sec. Ar mo utlweleng.
Hi kombela hi riha ndleve hi n'wi yingisela.
O mongwe le o mongwe, ya.
Munhu un'wana ni un'wana.
No, ar hlompaneng.
A hi xiximaneni.
Yeah, wa feleletsa and then we proceed.
A hi n'wi tshikeni a hetisa timhaka takwe ivi hi ya emahlweni.
Lexi ni nga vulaka xona chair i ku leswi swi nga ku endlekeni sweswi.
What I would like to say, Chairperson, is that what is currently happening is caused by.
Soren, please. No. No. When I started the meeting,
Loko ni sungule nhlengeletano leyi,
please, when I started the meeting,
loko hi sungule nongonoko lowu wa hina, ni vule
I
leswi.
said,
Ndzi te,
you come and tell us what you want to. It's us who are coming to listen to you.
ni vurile ku
Allow us to hear the speaker so that she can be recorded of what you are saying in the meeting. You are not doing it for yourselves. You are doing it for us. And we are not working according to who we like and who we don't like. We are working according to the rules of the national. Please, I'm begging you, let's allow her as the last speaker, then we will explain the process going forward.
Nakhesa ku hlayisiwa chair.
Thank you for protecting me, Chair.
Ni ya mahlweni ni nga tipfinyingi kumbe ku chuha, a ni chuhangi chair. Ni ya mahlweni ni vulavula leswi ni lavaka ku vulavula swona tanihi muakatiko.
I will
Van'wani va nga va chuhisiwi hi ku ni mbale regalia ya vandla ra EFF. Xivangelo kulu lexi ni nga mi tsundzuxaka xona tanihi varhangeri.
What I would like to remind you as
Lexi mina ni nga xi vona haleni aka masipala wa Collins Chavani.
what I've noticed from this municipality of Collins Chavane
Kumbe kwala Vembeze Hall.
or Vembeze Hall,
Leswi mi swi expressaku sweswiwani loko ni kha ni vulavula.
what you are experiencing now
I timhaka ta ku community a yi rhambiwi ku rhambiwa ti-councillors ta vandla na ti-ward committee. So mina ni rejecta bill hi ku ya hi leswi n'wina mi nga tela swona handle ka lava nga ku vulavuleni ni na matimba kumbe ni na mpfumelelo kumbe ti-right ta ku endla leswi ni nge le ku swi endleni sweswi. Ku a ni yimi na yona bill hi ku yi ya benefita vona ti-councillors ta vandla leri fumaku hi ku hi rona ri nga tsandzeka ku hi nyika gezi hi ku hetiseka.
Did you finish interpreting that part?
No, I didn't.
You may finish off.
Thank you. The lady was saying that the reason why she's not in support of the bill is because when public meetings are arranged under these or in this area, only councillors representing the governing party are the ones invited. So because of that, she's not in support of this, but she's bold, although people are not in favor of what she's saying.
Yeah, I think up to so far, we have done very well. Yeah, we have done very well. The issue of us as a committee and parliament is that we accept all the presentations and then we are going to go home or to parliament to discuss what we have heard, the different views.
Endlelo ra hina tani committee ya parliament hi amukela mavonelo hinkwawo ya vanhu ivi hi ta famba na wona hi tlhelele endzhaku laha hi nga ta tshama ehansi hi wa tlhuvutsa.
So for that process to unfold, I will give over to the chairperson to give us how we are going to go forward and to conclude the meeting as he started it. Thank you very much.
Kutani ndzi ta nyika mutshamaxitulu wa komiti leyi a hi hlamusela hi vuenti leswaku endzhaku ka loko mi vule mavonelo man'wana hi nomu man'wana mi wa tsale kunene ku humelela yini endzhaku ka sweswo.
Thank you, Honorable Volmarans, for managing the meeting.
Inkomu nkulukumba Volmarans ku va mi kote ku lawula nhlengeletano leyi.
Next time,
Enkarhini lowu taka
there is something, when somebody is being made a program director,
loko munhu a nyikiwa vutihlamuleri bya ku va mufambisi wa nongonoko,
we must do our best not to convert him or her into a problem director.
hi fanele hi tirha hi matimba leswaku hi nga hundzule xikhundla lexiya xa yena xi va mukongomisi wa swiphiqo.
Let me declare one thing.
A mi ri ni vula mhaka yin'we laha.
I grew up in KZN.
Ndzi kulele KZN.
And one of the worst things
nchumu wo biha swinene
that a number of people were killed
hi lexi endleke leswaku vanhu vo tala va dlayiwa
is lack of political tolerance.
I ku va hi nga va amukeli vanhu lava humaka eka mavandla man'wana ya
There's
swa
only one thing
tipolitiki.
that I'm not afraid of.
I wolowo i nchumu lowu ni nga wu chaveki ni katsongo.
I always believe my ideas are supreme.
Ndzi ti byela leswaku mavonelo ya mina ya tlakukile ku tlula ya van'wana.
Hence, I'm prepared to take engagements.
Sorry. Hence you are
Hence, I'm
prepared.
prepared to take engagements.
Oh, hi yona mhaka ni lunghekeleke ku hlanganisa vanhu hi tlhuvutsa mhaka yin'wana na yin'wana.
You know, I was going to say something. Now I won't say it because when we came in here, it was very interesting.
A ni ta vula mhaka yin'wanyana kambe ni nge he yi vuli ma tiva loko ma ha
But
ku
let me
fika a
say-
swi hlamarisa.
Let me say it is not usual to see it.
Ni nga vula ku nchumu lowu a wu tolovelekangi ku wu vona.
But when you are sitting this side, you learn that side.
Kambe loko u tshame la mahlweni wa dyondza ka leswi humelelaka emahlweni ka wena.
The problem with leaders is that when people use a show of hands to elect them, they think that they were elected because they know more.
Xiphiqo hi varhangeri leswaku loko va hlawuriwa va tibyela leswaku xivangelo xo va va hlawuriwa ku va va tiva ngopfu.
I was going to share, was it Dr. Mapanga? She was taking pictures of an ANC person, that side.
Ni vone un'wana teka swifaniso swa un'wana wa vandla ra ANC.
Normally, it's not easy.
Hi ntolovelo a swi olovi sweswo.
We once had a problem just recently in the tables where we were the committee meeting,
Sweswinyana ha ku va na xiphiqo eka tafula leri hi tshame ka rona.
where members of the committee were supposed to sit that other side.
Laha swirho swa komiti a swi fanele swi tshama eka xiyenge lexin'wana.
All those seats were written ANC.
Hikuva a ku tsariwe leswaku ANC.
So members could not sit this side because it were people who were coming to brief the committee because they didn't want to be seen sitting by a tag written ANC.
Hikuva va nga lavi ku tshama eka matafula lama ku ri na maphepha lama ma kombaku hi swirho swa ANC.
So please, you did very well.
Kutani ni ri mi endle kahle ngopfu.
Even when you were provoked, by the way.
Ni loko van'wana va mi ntlhontlha.
You know, there's one thing I was told at home.
Ku ni nchumu wun'we lowu ni byeriweke wona ekaya.
When you go to somebody's house,
Loko u ya emutini wa un'wana,
you respect the person who owns that house.
xixima n'wini wa muti wolowo.
Now, when we call this meeting
Loko hi hlela mitshamo yo fana na
and
leyi,
say they are public meetings,
ivi hi ku i mitshamo ya vaakatiko.
we want people to express what they feel about the law.
Hi lava vaakatiko va tiphofula mayelana ni
Now, for
nawu.
someone to come and make people ancestors that they can't speak for themselves, I must come all the way and say, I'm speaking on behalf of the people when people are in the house.
Kutani loko un'wana a ta laha humaka kona fika a hundzula hinkwavo lava nga koho lava va swikwembu leswi tsandzekaka ku ti vulavulela ya va vulavulela a swi
It's
amukeleki.
something that it should not be allowed to happen. Every person has a right to speak and has a right to be addressed by the person they want to.
Un'wana na un'wana u na mfanelo yo vulavula kasi un'wana na un'wana u na mfanelo yo yingisa van'wana loko va vulavula.
On the request for closure of submission,
Kutani emhakeni ya xikombelo xa ku pfariwa ka mhaka ya i submission,
as long as we are still conducting public hearings,
loko ntsena mitshamo yo fana na leyi ya ha ya emahlweni,
you are allowed to write to I'll give you the email addresses to write to the portfolio committee and say, these are my views, having gone through now this document, unpressured, this is my submission.
wa pfumeleriwa ku tsala mavonelo ya wena hi yona mhaka ni ta mi nyika na email address leyi mi nga ta wa kongomisa eka yona.
We will take those written notices to all the members of the portfolio committee.
Kutani mavonelo ya lama hi ta wa teka hinkwawo hi wa yisa eka swirho swa komiti.
I said we are only starting today here.
Ni vurile leswaku mitshamo leyi hi sungula ku yi khoma namuntlha.
We are still left with 8 other provinces if we finish here.
Loko hi heta ka xifundzankulu xa Limpopo ha saleriwe hi swifundzankulu swa 8.
Just for you to see how serious we take this process.
Ku vona leswaku mhaka leyi hi tekele enhlokweni ku fikela kwihi.
From here, we are not going home.
Kusuka laha a hi nge tlhelele kaya.
We will be going to Mpumalanga.
Hi ta ya eMpumalanga.
From Mpumalanga,
loko hi suka eMpumalanga
we'll be going to Northwest.
hi ta eNorthwest.
It means for 3 weeks, we'll be doing this thing.
Kutani swi vulaka leswaku eka kumbe mavhiki manharhu hi ku landzelelana hi ta va hi endla ntirho lowu.
Because we all know
Hikuva ha swi tiva hinkwerhu.
next year is elections.
Lembe leri taka ku ta va ni minhlawulo.
And when we are done with this process, the National Council of when the National Assembly is done, if it passes the bill or whatever, especially if it passes the bill, it will have to be referred to the NCOP.
Kutani loko National Assembly yi heta ntirho wa yona hi nge yi pasisa nawu lowu nawumbisi lowu yi ta hundzisela ka yindlo leyin'wana.
And the NCOP might do the same thing that we are doing again.
Kutani NCOP na yona yi ta endla leswi fanaka ni leswi endliweke hi National Assembly.
So that is why we say at least you still have an opportunity until we finish the public hearings.
Kutani mari na nkarhi ku kondza hi heta mintshamo leyi ya vaakatiko.
Those who want to do those written correspondence,
Hinkwavo lava tsakelaka ku tsala kunene mavonele ya vona.
you can write to a boss
Mi nga rhumela mavonele ya n'wina eka boss
at parliament.gov.za.
.gov.za.
So it's a boss, boss is BOSS
boss ya kona i BOSS
at parliament.gov.za.
at parliament.gov.
Or you can write to a Kotse.
Kumbe mi nga tsalela eka Kotse.
Kotse is KOTZE.
Kotse ya kona i KOTZE.
At parliament.gov.za.
At parliament.gov.za.
We will then receive and they will be circulated all to members of the portfolio committee.
Kutani loko hi amukele mavonele ya lamo hi ta ma nyika swirho hinkwaswo swa parliament.
So on that note, Honorable Speaker, Honorable residents, and the representative of the traditional leadership in the area, thank you very much. The meeting stands adjourned.
Kutani hi ndlela yaleyo hi ri nhlangano wa hina wu gimeta kwala.
I'm told I must make an announcement, but it's going to be done by Honorable Volmarans.
Ndzi byeriwa leswaku ku na xitiviso ni faneleke ku xi
Please sit
endla
down so that you can be
Nkulukumba
served from
Volmarans.
inside.
Va kombela leswaku hi
Please sit
tshame
down so that you
hansi.
can be served
Swakudya
inside.
swi ta tisiwa eka hina kwala
Don't go
ndzeni.
and queue.
Mi nga ye mi ya swi folela ehandle. We are late.
Honorable Kotse.